apparently how I
now
creep
they
on
can
people.
see.
I mean, what? That's crazy.
It's cool. Normally people would do like a countdown and whatnot.
No, that's stupid.
That's too
Go
much
into
work
it.
for me.
Is that real life? It's not.
It's not. You know.
When do you take a breath in between the countdown? Also, or do you just start with a full breath?
I don't like doing any intro. This is why I need
3,
3. Just start right in the
3,
middle, like an hour in. We're just like
2,
3, 2,
1. Hey guys.
Hey.
Or girls or theys. I don't know.
Whoever's watching.
I don't know. I know this isn't Starmy, but
you keep calling it Starmy.
His name is Starmy. Can I turn him just?
Yeah, ever so? Hold on. Let me
it
see.
Doesn't matter.
Can they?
Honestly.
They can't even see it on that shot.
Hi.
Yeah, it's
hey, it's me.
Hey, and it's me. Okay, so should probably introduce you,
Oh,
even though you've been on before.
God, I'm like, don't they know me already?
Yeah.
Who is this? Who
one,
doesn't know me?
I was gonna say
so weird.
the one 2-parter, but since then someone else has had a 2-parter. So. So
I see. Well, it's been fun being here.
It's like, if I'm not special,
disrespected, then I can just go ahead and leave.
That's how I started the last one too. You shit on the guest, and then you build them up.
Anything but shit and blood. But the building them up part, I'll go for.
Okay, all right.
I don't want the poop and the blood.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't like that mixture at all. Not that they have to be exclusive.
I was gonna say, so if they're by themselves, then it's fine.
Oh yeah. No,
okay.
No. Or at least let me put down a doggy bag. Just not directly.
It's getting gross.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I thought I could say just what I wanted.
You can. It's fine.
Gotta be more careful.
If I puke, it's on me.
A live stream interview. Tune in, folks.
Oh boy.
Was
I know
that
who
you?
that
Who
is.
that?
Nope.
We won't give like real names. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, he's been on the podcast already. So, and he's also one of the alerts for the stream. So people know. I should mod you at this point. This is gonna be weird with chat. I guess I still need to introduce you.
Oh.
Okay. So
seriously,
yes,
people already know me.
Some people.
No, I'm just kidding. They don't.
I'm putting your face in there now, so that now you can.
Oh.
No.
Sorry, I was checking myself out or moving my feet. Something like that.
All right. Hi. What's your name?
Oh.
The fuck?
I thought you were introducing me.
I can.
No,
all right.
I'm Layah.
Hey, everybody.
No, I'm very controlling now.
Okay.
So I'm Layah. I'm his friend. And you guys should already know me by now. But if you don't, I'm very conceited. I like to work out a lot. And recently I gave myself a concussion and whiplash.
Yeah.
I'm so sexy.
That's it. That's the bio right there.
That's what it's gonna say. Little excerpt.
You're also the current record holder of the longest podcast that I've recorded.
Stare deep. I'm sorry, what? Someone told me to stare deeply somewhere.
Stare deeply into. I'm upset the chat's not up. That's weird. I have to figure that out later.
It's right there though. So.
It's not up on the screen, but whatever.
No, continue.
You know who that is, right?
I don't think I do.
It's Corey.
That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
Fine. I guess I should explain that.
My future husband, Corey. My future ex-husband, Corey.
Both.
Got it.
Don't
worry, guys. We're gonna get divorced,
yeah.
So I'll be free after.
He just appears right here.
Yeah.
I should explain that we were talking about things that, if you're listening just on Spotify or something like that, that they won't know what the fuck we're talking about. These are live now.
Got it.
I'm gonna be doing this from now on. I'm gonna be recording these live. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I'm doing it now. I don't know what else to say.
It's funnier to catch people when they're not like aware of anything going on. That's so much more fun.
That and like I think I think it's better because then we can involve chat. We can get a little bit more than just me and the person that are talking. Although I do want to keep that same vibe, like just having a conversation with people.
All right. No, I'm getting.
I don't know why you changed anything. Like it's the same shit.
I want to just focus on you solely.
Okay,
You're the only one here.
Okay, I'm not though.
No one else.
He's right there.
He is. He is there.
But so I say that all to be like at the end, or at whatever point, throw questions in chat. We'll be sliding through it,
please,
and then we can answer them, and then we can say what your question is.
Yeah, we'll say it, and we'll honestly answer it to our own personal views and morals.
Depends on the question.
I'll answer whether or not I'm allowed to say it without getting kicked off. Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, I will answer those.
Oh, that just reminded me. I'm a Twitch affiliate now. You're my first stream with Twitch affiliate. I just realized that. I have a sub button now. I'm fucking special.
A sub button?
Yeah.
God, I would love to
That's
have
pretty cool.
someone just decide to be a sub. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I feel like your version of sub and my version of sub might be different.
They're very different.
Might be.
It's like I'm immediately going to be subservient.
Mm.
Thank you. I can already see it. I don't have to think about it. It's already been decided for me.
What if I called my subs? I like that a lot.
I like it.
Mm. You guys like being my subs?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because then they all have to wait on you. They can't watch anything until you post it. You can't do anything without that. So.
But then they're gonna have a safe word.
They can't all collectively have a safe word.
They might agree to one.
Bananarama.
I like that. Okay. Let's see if that sticks.
Does it stick? Oh. What even are those? Is
a bunch
an ice
of
pack
I
on your head?
I don't know what that is.
It's an ice pack.
Probably.
And a
sick emoji?
Kissy face.
Kissy face ice pack?
I don't know. Come on, Corey. Jesus.
Get it together, buddy.
Seriously, if one of us has to.
I feel like we talk about the same thing, but other ideas get brought up every time.
We do.
But
we talk about sex every time.
We talk about sex.
And then fuck. I'm sorry.
No. There's a long joke. There's a long you shouldn't.
You said long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is how this is gonna go, by the way. But we talk about sex and like the dynamics between men and women. And
always the dynamics
how our opinions of these things are changing over time.
How are they ever? God.
I think I guess let me start with what's going on Twitch as a launching point.
Yeah.
So I think over the past week there's been like somewhere like anywhere between like 40 to 50 maybe people that have just been accused of like sexual harassment and sexual assault. And these are like pretty big streamers. And it ranges from everything from like rape to like, hey, this dude touched me here and he shouldn't have. Or this guy manipulated me into doing something. Like it's the full spectrum. And I have been absorbed in this for like the past week. And it's equal parts kind of like shocking, but also like I'm not surprised exactly by it. It's shocking to the degree, to the scale that it is, like how many people.
Yeah.
But like the actions never surprise me because, frankly, I think that you can't train for that kind of thing. Like there's no class that guys go to be like, hello, welcome to How to Approach Women 101. Have a seat. I'll take roll. Like that doesn't happen. Like. So
women also respond. Each woman responds to things so very differently that for some of those things, whether or not they did or didn't, some of the actions that men do, and this is just specifically talking about men because I have a problem with women too.
Oh, okay.
But just that what they do works on some people.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of okay in their mind.
Oh yeah.
So like, yeah, there's no real book on how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me take some examples, I guess, from.
Please.
Oh, that was the wrong camera.
That's fine. It's live.
That's the beauty of live. I didn't hit record on that camera, but that's fine. It's fine. Nothing bad will happen.
Shocking.
There is a guy who's a bigger streamer. His name is Fedmeister. It's a great name. But.
Is it Fedmeister?
Fed. F-E-D.
Fed. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So he lived in a house with a bunch of other streamers, and they were all pretty big, like stars in the field. But essentially, he had amassed like this huge like following in like pretty recently. But then it came out that he like was manipulating a lot. Like so, there was one girl that was a streamer. I'm probably not gonna mention any of the names because most people probably know who they are, and B, like
it's not your job to.
Yeah,
you're just talking about. Yeah,
I'm talking about the specific instances. If you want to find out about like, specifically who I'm talking about, you can go and
do research.
Do your research.
We're not here to be researchers. We're here to have opinions.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, we researched this. What?
Yeah, no. I've seen everything. I've seen all the information. No,
I have my facts together.
What's up, Fallen? So it came out that he like there was one girl, and there were three major instances of stuff that he's done. Actually, no, four. There's a lot actually. Everything from like manipulating friend groups so that the girl that was not interested in him, but he was interested in her, would never hook up with other people, which is really fucked up. Like and he was really close to her, so like she trusted him, but he actively worked to like make sure that she never got close to anyone else, and would like spread different like information, rumors, and shit about
So
her.
high school.
Yes, that was one of the things that people said about that house. Is just like it's fucking high school in that house.
It's a very high school
But,
mentality.
There's that. That's like the manipulating.
How
like
old are these people? Not that age
Hmm.
should ever like justify anything, but with that kind, it's not a justification. But if you're younger, you're kind of an idiot. Not that
they're all
we're smart.
No
when we're
one's
older.
younger than 23.
Oh my god, they're babies.
Yeah, 23 or 24, one of the two. No one's younger than that.
Yeah, nobody's really lived long enough to just be like, nope.
But yeah, just he did a lot of fucked up shit. He's taking a lot of heat for it right now.
For telling a girl
Not
that
just-
she can't.
So not just
What were
that,
the other
he's done
things?
some shit where like he would like just walk into some girls' rooms, like he would knock, but like not wait for a response, or just kind of
And
walk
they just
in.
didn't lock their door.
Yeah. There's that.
I'm not victim blaming. I swear to God.
It sounds like you might be victim
I'm,
blaming
look,
here,
I
Layah.
like to know all the facts before I do anything.
Okay.
I'm just asking. I'm just
So-
stating things.
That he
Asking
would do that.
questions.
He would like there's
Well, after he walked into their room, do what? Like
just like literally sit or lay on their bed and like just
maybe
talk
he's
to them.
just a dumbass.
I think a lot of that, part of that is that, but
What-
I'm getting to the more ridiculous
That's
stuff.
fine too. Yeah, let's do
So
that.
like there's an instance where he like reached his hand through like the sleeve of a shirt essentially, and like touched a girl like kind of like right here.
He put his whole entire arm
Well, like
through.
not like a sleeve, but like
Oh,
like a
okay.
short like thing, kind of like
Okay.
this,
Okay.
but like,
Oh, a tank
somehow
top
got in
or-
there.
Okay.
Not touching any private areas, but close enough.
Right.
Then there's the instance of him like everyone was laying down on a bed and like kind of just talking and chilling. He then finds his spot on the bed in between one of his female friend's legs. He just puts his head in there and then like grabs her foot and like kind of puts it in his groin area, like while they're laying on the bed.
Was he hard?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know why these
I have
questions
no idea.
matter. I'm
these
sorry.
These are the important questions that you're
Stop.
asking. Apparently,
I'm
I haven't done my
curious.
research enough,
Clearly
so I don't
not.
fucking know.
I need to know if he was hard.
Um,
Not that this.
But yeah, like shit, little, like well, I'd say little, but shit like that. Like
Maybe he was little. Maybe that's why everyone's complaining.
this is bad. It is pretty bad. These are all shitty things. But and I think that obviously punishment should happen. Oh man.
But how do you? I think the hardest part is. Yeah, right. I think the hardest part is how do you technically prove these things in a he said she said situation, right?
Yeah.
And even if there were, so here's the entire thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you said Twitch, right?
Mhm.
I'm paying
These are all
attention,
Twitch streamers.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Is that they're a private company, so they can do like what they want
Right.
among that. When you go like against like for the legal system of that, it's innocent until proven guilty. So you have like people who are murderers who can go back to work while an investigation is going
Right.
on. So not that this is any less or more of an offense than that, but they should still be able to stream while this is going on. And then
he is.
Okay,
he hasn't
good.
he hasn't
I
been
know
banned.
you had said that someone was like for an
This
investigation.
was there was a no, that was a Twitter argument I got into because I was stupid and was like, hey, what I'm gonna waste some time right now and yell at somebody on the internet.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
But how do you prove something like that? Not saying that anybody is guilty or they're not guilty, but it goes back to when it's like rumor spreading.
Sure.
Right? It's the same thing. If you just believe what somebody's told you and you go with that, then you're going with that. So how do you know who's right in this? Because it's literally a he said, she said situation.
So
how does that actually get solved? Right? That's a tough thing to solve.
It is very tough. I think in his specific situation, there's some things that are like not helping his case. First of all, he's admitted to all this stuff. Like
well, we did it.
Yeah. Like
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. No, I know.
Well, he did it. Great.
This is fine.
All right.
In this specific case, there's no he said, she said. He's like, yeah, I did all that shit.
Can I ask, did he give an explanation as to why? Just like horny boy 101?
He has not made any statement as of yet, except
I wish he would.
He did made one small Twitter thing that was just like, I've learned that like I've done some things that have made my friends uncomfortable.
It's a word
I'm
use.
really sorry. I'm really sorry. And like the first steps to like being better
I was gonna say recovery.
He might have said recovery. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
But
sometimes I just like body parts on my grind.
I just like toes on my dick. But
done foot stuff.
Okay. Everyone. Okay. The funny thing is, I think I'm gonna have you come back on multiple times, right? Because we're gonna be friends for a long time, right?
We really are,
and
it's impossible not to.
Yeah, and I think as my channel grows, you're gonna find it's gonna get it's gonna get funny. It's gonna be real weird. But his statement. He admitted to all of it, and he was saying basically he made them uncomfortable, and the first step is listening and acknowledging.
This is what he might have said.
Just talking playfulness too far.
That's what he's saying.
No, I think that's his rationalization.
Oh, okay.
For everybody that's talking in chat right now, we're gonna get to you. I promise. I'm gonna
try.
Yeah. What I think the pace is. We're gonna talk about stuff. We're gonna share our opinions, and after we share our opinions, I'm gonna scroll through chat and grab some of the questions.
You can wait for our attention.
Yeah. Once we get through, then by all means, throw the questions in there. We'll get to them.
Please, I like questions.
I do too. Love them.
I like to feel like I'm right when I respond. I like to feel like
regardless of whether or not
I like to feel like my answer is the right one, and it makes me feel powerful. So please, who likes to be stepped on?
That's a question.
Side question.
Oh boy.
Side question.
You're gonna be a great streamer. You're a great YouTuber. It's gonna be awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait till you get your channel going.
Maybe I'll just step on a man the entire time I'm streaming.
That could be your stick. Actually, I don't know if you could do that on Twitch.
They wouldn't know. I would just say it.
Oh, you just have like your leg like
up, and sometimes so they can moves.
See it.
Yeah. Sometimes you hear ah, and you just see a kick.
I'm like, oh, stop it.
And you're like, that's fine.
See, you have a fan already.
There's no answer there. That was the problem. That's true. There was no. Yeah.
He was ashamed. He didn't want to publicly.
No need to be ashamed. I could do that for you.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, please.
It's fine.
Please make me stop.
It's fine.
Good luck.
Good luck. I forgot where I was. Oh no. Yeah. He said his apology and everything. I guess my takeaway from not just his thing, but all of them is kind of like I want not just women, but everyone to be safe when you get into an interaction with like a romantic interaction or even like even at the smallest scale, right? Like I want to make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of. Like, ideally, right? That's what you want.
Look,
that's what you want.
Yes.
But
men and women both do that too. That's what sucks. Is that you get people who are saying only men are the people who are doing this stuff.
I feel like
that's being a woman. 100% I manipulate men. 100%. And so do other women. It's not fair to say that it's one or the other too, because you get a lot of like male bashers, and I'm one of them. But you get a lot of females who are just as bad, man. Yeah. It's just in general. You're right. There should be a dynamic where people feel safe.
But the weird thing is, to me anyway, it's not safe. Is just a starting point,
right?
Because like I was saying before, there's no class on this. There's no school that teaches men and women how to interact with each other like this.
There used to be. There used to be ladies' handbooks and gentlemen's handbooks.
Really?
Yeah. That I know because my mom was like, you need to read the ladies' handbook. And there were literally handbooks that were like, if you're a man, this is how you need to act, and this is how you need to approach women, and this is how you need to take care of yourself. This is how you need to approach other men. This is how you succeed in business. And theirs was very like your specific 1950s male, how to be a man, essentially. And then the women were like, stay at home, cook for your man if he's having a bad day. And that's why I think our society is so all out crazy right now, is because we were in these conformed fine spaces maybe 1 or 2 generations ago. And then now we're like, oh, we're free. I don't have to follow the handbook of being a woman. I don't have to follow the handbook of being a man.
But it's the weird thing of now that you're free, there are no rules.
What the fuck do I do? And when you go from rules to no rules, which is essentially what happened, that causes such a confusion because people do need to know how to act. Like, you cannot just send can I see you naked? Can you send news? You I don't care if you're a man, woman, baby, child. I don't care what you are. You don't get to just ask that question. And you don't also, I don't care, because I know some men will be like, it's fine. As a woman, please also just don't, without any prompt, send nudes. Like, just, can we keep it all like the same throughout, to where, yes, can we get to know, can we say more than 50 words to somebody before it being an immediate jump to just wanting to see my genitalia? Because it's great. I get it. I see it every day and I marvel at it, but it's still not acceptable. But yet there is stuff saying that. So what am I saying? There is stuff saying don't do that.
Yeah,
But
but
it works. Some people get nudes.
I just don't want I don't want it to get to a point, and it might not. This might be an invalid concern of mine. I just don't want it to get to a point where people can't make mistakes.
Oh,
like,
see, yeah. We've all done that.
I've done stupid shit. Like,
me too.
It's not, obviously not to the degree of like, you know what? Maybe it was perceived as like as bad as like Fedmeister, but like that's never been my intention, and I don't think most guys have the intention of like assaulting or harassing somebody. I just think that there's no book, there's no way. The only way to learn is trial and error.
Now, to be told, no, that's not the thing to do, and then you go, that's not the thing to do.
Now the problem happens.
To have some leniency there.
When the problem happens when someone tells you no and you keep going or you keep doing the same pattern.
That's a problem.
Now we have a problem, in my opinion. Now we have a big problem.
Or anytime you really seriously physically cross that boundary, like, and it turns into sexual assault or rape.
I think I'm just talking about harassment. I'm talking about harassment.
For
assault is very easy, cut and dry. You assault somebody.
Easy. You just assault.
Sorry. Assault's real easy. It's so simple. And then that's when the channel gets dropped. Go up
and you do it. And you just push that kid over and you take his fucking ball.
Why is everyone wants to steal balls from children? I don't understand.
I don't want to. That little kid had a tennis ball he was kicking around.
Yeah, it was a giant tennis ball.
It was an oversized tennis ball.
It's weird.
It's not a soccer ball, honey.
Did you see
He's gonna molest so many people because he's already so dumb.
No?
Like,
shouldn't be laughing about that.
I was like, should laugh about whatever the hell we want.
Oh boy.
People are asking questions.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Anywho.
Live TV coming at ya.
I'm gonna go to chat now. Let's have a look.
Do it.
Let's have a look. What we got going on here?
We have a teeny little boy. Oh no, little teeny boy. I read that the wrong way.
Teeny little boy.
We can't have nice things. We never had anything nice to begin with.
Let me say hello to some of these people.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Okay, so if you have questions or you want to comment on what we're talking about, which is essentially like all the sexual harassment and whatnot that's been going on Twitch, throw them in here and we'll read them.
I'll also answer questions.
Yeah, any questions?
In general.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I can't read this guy's name.
Which
H3 hexadecimal. Oh, hexadecimal. I literally can read it now. I honestly think it's just taking playfulness too far, in all honesty. Just realize some things just aren't acceptable.
I see some validation to that depending on how close they were as friends to begin with.
I mean, these people were really close.
Because if they were all living together and you just do stuff. That's why I asked if he was erect. I know it's a stupid question.
I'm curious as to what your reasoning behind what does that change?
It's a softie there. It's like, oh, he's just grabbing my leg. I don't know. I've had guy friends that I've been close with. They just grab body parts and you hang out with each other, and I'll grab their body parts. It's really weird, but I don't know. Maybe they already had that dynamic, or maybe that dynamic changed. Because, like, did we even ask if that dynamic was there already? And this was just like an instance
I think
when that happened.
They have a
it's
a
just
problematic.
hard.
I fucking hate that word. But I think they do have an issue. Buffering. What's up, Kaya? I know her.
I like salty kitten.
Okay.
Well,
all right. We're learning so much about Layah today. It's nice.
I snorted.
But
who is that? Because I want to know.
I don't know. Who is interviewing who here?
But I don't know who that person is.
I don't know who that person is either. But it's just a conversation.
It's a relationship that's a back and forth.
Yeah,
it's how it's supposed to be. That sounded really defensive.
It's like, I own it. No.
Yeah.
This is my channel, but specifically, we're talking about that dynamic in that house. They have a thing about making a meme out of shipping all these friends. Like, they would do that a lot.
Okay.
And I think that was probably the reason why so much of that went on for so long. Because
that's a hard household. You have, if they're all under 23, just imagine how old.
No. I said no one's younger than.
No one's younger.
Yeah,
than 23.
There's some of them that are like 30-something years old.
Ugh.
Some of them.
Why am I grossed out by that?
I don't know.
I'm over 30.
I was about to say, like, that's fucking you. Like,
I hate myself. It's a self-hatred that I have for myself. Yeah. Okay. Then they're old enough.
Yeah, but I think
not
so.
That age has.
I think when you make something like that a meme, you make it a joke. It's really hard for you to then go, stop it. Because if you train somebody to go, oh, ha ha ha, it's funny that, like, we do these weird, like,
and then you go do that weird thing,
and then you do it, and then you're like, oh no, this time I actually didn't want that, and
it's no longer acceptable.
It's hard. That being said, I think when people say no, it should mean no.
Did someone say no and then he kept going though? Because that's the other question. Because, like, if it goes back to that whole,
it wasn't that they said no. It was that he would claim that he didn't remember doing it whenever it would be brought up.
But then he said he did do it
later.
Okay.
After this went public, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
yeah, he was doing it on purpose.
A little scum.
Yeah, he was definitely doing it on purpose.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think, and chat, you can answer this too. Do you think that my concern is valid? Do you think that people, like, we won't get to a point where people will be afraid to make mistakes? My concern is for, like, the 20-year-olds, the 19-year-old, the 18-year-old guys that are, or girls who are getting into, like, talking to, like, the opposite sex. My concern is that they get to the point where they see all of this stuff happening on TV and now on Twitch and, like, on YouTube and all this stuff, and they go, oh, I don't know what sexual harassment is. I don't, and seeing as it keeps changing, I keep hearing this is that, and then I keep hearing that's that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
What's acceptable?
What's acceptable?
How do I talk to another human being without getting in trouble?
That's super weird, man. I don't want that to happen. That feels like really dystopia. It's dystopic.
Well, it also stops people from being themselves, essentially. Also, like, if you're not able to express yourself in any way, you're just gonna have a very fake, muted sense. What?
I was just reading the unfrosted Pop-Tarts count as stupid shit, right?
I would have been called a witch because I wouldn't ever, what?
Hey! Fallen, thank you for the sub.
Oh, sub.
First sub. My first subscriber.
Yay.
Thank you, Fallen.
Oh, it's a cute little penguin.
For now. I haven't made my emote yet. I'll fix it. I promise.
Oh, what unfrosted pot? Frost them. Okay.
Frost them.
What's wrong with a little bit of icing? My God. Actually, yes, frost them. Unfrosted is ungodly. Okay.
I can't remember the last time I had an unfrosted Pop-Tart.
Because they shouldn't exist. That's silly.
Do they still
You're
sell
already
Unfrosted
having
Pop-Tarts?
sugar and all of a sudden this is too much sugar? That's ridiculous.
I attacked you over on Frosted Pop-Tart? I think I did, actually. Yeah, I think I remember this.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave him a lot of shit.
It seems
for
like
that.
I'm also
Yeah.
attacking you. Well, maybe if two people are telling you it's wrong, you should stop.
Oh, there's a comment. I think this is from Fallen. I think everyone should just have friends like me. As an autistic person, you'd have your space, and I won't ever be aggressive. Submit your applications now.
I think some of them are aggressive.
Autistic people?
Yeah.
I think everyone's different, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, in general.
This is why I left Fallen. It's okay.
I have a problem keeping my mouth shut, too, so it's a problem.
I guess while we're still waiting for more stuff to come in, did you have? I know you spoke briefly and vaguely about. I don't know if we hit already what you wanted to talk about or the specifics.
God, no! There's so much there. Just in the past week, the amount of. So I'm going through a phase right now. I think this is the best way to start it off.
That's fair.
I'm going through a phase. I went through a breakup in October. And I never really dealt with my feelings of anger or whatever towards men just in general. You know, it's not men specifically. It's the anger I had for not leaving or really like respecting myself. And I'm aware that it's displaced anger, but I'm really okay with writing with it. And there's things that continuously solidify for me that some men, notice I said some, good
That's
for me.
That's the first time you've said some.
And then this is the first time
we've been hanging out for like, what is it, like 3-4 hours? Just today. I'm saying like
since
today.
2 o'clock today.
Since 2, okay, so 6+ hours. This is the first time you've said some.
And we hung out before that, and I had said, all men suck.
Yes.
Except for you, Joe. You don't count, because you're not a man, and that probably was the wrong thing to say when I said it.
All right.
But you don't.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This is a good show. I appreciate you coming check out my channel.
You count, but like, just no new men. They all suck. Some. See, they just they're solidifying this like displaced anger that I have, I think. Because in this past week I've created like, oh, there's a noise. What is that?
It's a follow. They can't hear it, but we can. Thank you.
Yeah. Party, I'm so pale. Oh my God.
I'm so pale.
I'm so pale.
I'm so happy you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Every time I say it, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Goddamn news clip.
Yeah, but it's just kind of been, it's fueling it. It's fueling it. I was asked on like Tuesday or something or Wednesday, like I said a few words to this one guy, and he had me on Instagram, and like the literal thing, he saw him at the gym and he was like, you look great, you know, I saw you stretching, you look great. And like, you know, in my mind, I'm taking a normal compliment. I don't know what your dick is thinking, okay? I'm saying, oh, cool, yeah, these are new pants. I went to the outlets, you know, I'm just talking. Next thing you know, he's asking to see me naked. And I'm just like, no.
I love the thought behind it.
No. And then it was followed up with, oh, trying to be coy, trying to play hard to get. I can work with that too. And I'm like, okay. No, as in, like, absolutely not. Like, and I even asked him really honestly, truly, what is making you think that you can go from this one thing to crossing like a personal boundary? Like I literally asked that question. I said, I mean that literally, not rhetorically. I want an answer as to how you are so delusional to believe that this, because I don't really feel like laughing it off anymore and blocking.
Yeah.
I'm over that phase. And I think a lot more people need to be over that phase, because if there is no handbook, we need to create the handbook. And that handbook is created with everyone's individual own set of morals and things that they can or cannot do to that person. If we're going to go out and be individuals and not be a lady or be a gentleman, we need to let people know what the standard is from ourselves.
Hmm.
And I was letting him know that this is my standard. Yes, I'm fucking gorgeous. Yes, I'm good in bed. Not that they know that, but you can just see that, obviously. And yeah, I am sexy, and I should be allowed to feel that way. And that changes nothing when he asked me if to see me naked. I didn't feel bad about myself at all, because you shouldn't. You should set that standard of your worth, and that's exactly what I did with that dude. And I just, and then who was the other guy that pissed me off? Someone else pissed me off. Joe, what did he say?
The dude.
Oh God, who doesn't ask any other questions
except
for if you're free?
And then there's that, and then there's the date.
Which one was the date?
The date. The guy showed up. Tesla. Yeah, there it is. I was like, what can I use to remind for the flashbacks to flood?
Oh God, no, please. No, that was a very awkward date. That was very awkward. It was please don't. I get up to go. This is just one of the more cringeworthy moments of that date. I get up to go to the bathroom, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll follow you too." And
that's so weird.
Grabs my hand to walk to the bathroom with me, and I'm like, "This is not a thing."
So like, but stuff like that, in my head,
I hadn't even met
I know.
him yet.
No, this is weird. This is weird, and it's awkward. As a general rule of thumb, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Bad strat. Like, just don't do it. But I don't lump that into, like, sexual harassment.
God, no. And I wouldn't either.
Right. It's just more of, like...
cringeworthy,
It's very cringy, and it's, like, this dude doesn't have a lot of experience, obviously. He's doing what he thinks makes sense in his head.
Right.
And what it would most likely take is someone to be like, no, this is a bad interaction. Like, don't do that.
And
like,
here's the other thing. Even though that other guy was asking me for pictures of me naked, I still don't see that as sexual harassment. Because
I feel like asking, a lot of people disagree with you.
Well, fuck those people. You know why? Because that's asking a fucking question. He didn't put his hands on me. He didn't send me pictures of his dick. Even pictures of dicks to me aren't sexual harassment. Because those aren't things that are scarring you for fucking life.
To you, though. It could be to other people. If so, like, this is gonna get real bad. But
I just
But think of it like this. Okay, so like, say for instance,
if you're a grown ass adult woman and you're not under 18 and you get that, you just tell them that they're small dicked.
But how do you?
Oh, that's all you got.
How do you rationale that with someone who, say, is a victim of assault, and like that image triggers like bad feelings or like a flood of feelings from like the assault?
Right, but couldn't you, and this is just devil's advocate, couldn't you also say that with just people who have PTSD and they hear a firework go off?
Yes. But
it's without a control.
But the difference between a firework and a dick pic is it is targeted at somebody. Like, you're literally sending it to that way. I like doing this now. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, like a firework is just like, if I shoot up a firework right now and somebody else gets PTSD from it, I'm not shooting that firework at them. I'm just shooting it up for a different reason. I have a different intention. But when someone sends you specifically a dick pic, it'd be one thing. It would be, like, the firework is more comparable to like if I were to post my dick on like some forum somewhere, and then they were strolling through it and saw it and then got PTSD from it. That's different.
Feel like well, what I'm saying is I feel like that could be almost anywhere too. Like, you could be on Reddit and you could see a post about sexual harassment and it reminds you of what happened anyway. I know you're saying because it's targeted.
Right. Or it's more so like the post, they clicked on the post, right? Versus like
they chose to do that.
If I send them a text message, they don't know what's coming.
Yeah, it's never happened to me, so I don't know. Well, I've gotten dick pics, but I normally just
brute force. This is live. We're talking about sexual harassment and all the stuff that's been going on Twitch and just the dynamics between men and women in general.
Essentially, two different viewpoints.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I guess it's hard for me to visualize myself in that situation because I normally just send them back a picture of another dick and I say mine's bigger. And it,
it's a funny strat for sure.
or I'll send a picture of like a dog and be like, hey, here's a bitch naked. It's just much easier. Either way that you look at it. But no, I
just think it's different for each person. Like
but see,
obviously
that's the
for
thing.
yeah.
That's what I mean by you have to be the one to set the standard. So people need to start doing that. There needs to be a clear line and a clear message when no happens. Mm-hmm. Like when I said, no, this is not how I'll be treated this way. No, don't hold my hand. No, don't do this thing. Set your own standard on how you want to be treated. I know it's hard for some people to be assertive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah. But I think
we've really got to get to a place where you are. Maybe if that just means carrying around an index card that has like, no, these are the reasons why what you're doing is unacceptable. Mm. But and you were saying something interesting the other day that resonated with me is because you said I'm
concerned now because I don't know what I said.
You said it because that date I had was so awkward, and you were kind of like, why didn't you just leave?
Oh yeah.
First of all, I was starving.
That's fair.
No, he said he was gonna pay, so I didn't pay. Yes, I believe in equality for dates or whatever. But you're right. People don't feel also like they have the ability to just get up during dinner and walk the fuck out.
I feel like if you have the ability to get up during an interview and walk away from an interview, you have the ability to get up and walk away from a date if it's going that bad.
You have the ability to do whatever the fuck you want, especially if you're feeling uncomfortable. Also, put yourself in situations where you have the power. Bring your own car. Make sure you're in people know exactly where you are. Take a picture of the dude's license. Yep. I mean, if you're really not sure, then and it's okay to ask for those things.
And the thing is, as a guy, if I sat down and my date did any of those things, I'm cool with that. I'm totally fine with that because I understand the position that you're in, especially like me as a dude. I'm not like a twig. Like I have a little bit of muscle mass. Like
I say a little bit, like you don't have
because there's fucking. Have you seen like the World's Strongest Man competition?
Okay, first of all, I love the World's Strongest Man competitions. Okay. I want to step on all of them.
But like I can be imposing. Like I get that. I understand that. So if somebody were to ask about like for those things, I'm like, sure, yeah. Like go for it. It's no biggie.
He does have pythons.
Oh my God, stop.
Wait, who's he hitting? Damn son hit her up tonight. You're talking about me?
Probably.
It's a pudding.
This is the beauty of Twitch chat.
Hitting me up.
This is why.
Hold on. What does hitting me up tonight mean though? Damn son hit her up. Is he gonna physically beat me? Because good luck, right? I can defend myself.
Challenge. Okay. All right.
Why do I keep looking at that camera to talk with you?
I mean, this is your camera.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yes.
You shoved my face in it like a dog that peed on the floor and was like, "You see what you did."
I forgot what I was saying. Oh no, you were talking about like ID and
you were talking. He was talking about the pythons.
Yeah. But like, I think I recognize that fact. I think that guys should recognize that.
Guys can do the same thing.
Sure. Yeah.
And should.
Yeah, I think they should if they feel that it's necessary.
It's okay to protect yourself. It's okay to take precautions to do that. And if the other person that you're hanging out with doesn't agree with that, they clearly don't care about your own set of boundaries that you have and precautions that you're taking to keep yourself safe. Therefore, you shouldn't be on the fucking date with them.
Yeah. I mean, for me, man, it's weird because I don't physical threat. I've never felt that on a date. I've never been like to a point where like I'm physically threatened.
I also haven't.
Yeah.
But I do know that other people
sure, 100%.
I can understand that. I'm also 5'8", 170 pounds. Like, and when I don't have whiplash, I work out. So it's very different for me.
The thing is, they're saying I have pythons because you have a jacket on and they can't see yours. So like, that's where.
As you won't.
Yeah.
Like, you have to pay for that. That's ridiculous.
It's on our OnlyFans.
Yeah, seriously. It's on my YouTube and my OnlyFans. You think I'm just going to pop? This is even slightly zippered all halfway. Come on, that's ridiculous.
That's
so cute.
The teaser.
So I'm not in my late 30s.
No. Neither one of us are in our late 30s.
I'm offended.
I'm offended. Yeah.
Late 50s.
I forgot where that started in conversation. This is going to be the hard thing with doing this live. Is like getting distracted by Twitch chat, which I love. I love the fact that
Oh,
you
we're
guys are
not
here.
distracted. It's fine.
Well, I lose my fucking
Oh,
track.
I got you.
This is me.
Get back on track, Joe.
I don't remember. That's the problem. I don't remember.
You were
what
talking about you've never felt physically threatened. See,
you.
this is why
This
I'm
is,
here.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All your other guests are gonna suck.
Oh,
They're not
no.
gonna be like this.
Oh no.
Oh wow, that was mean to say.
No.
It's okay. I'm perfect. Just
I think though I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy being I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy feeling threatened physically if they're on a date with somebody to do those things. I think go for it. Do it. The things that I worry about are like
yeah, I'm curious what men worry about on a date. Ooh, this is exciting.
It's just exciting.
Because I worry about if I'm gonna have to fight them over paying for dinner.
I worry about that whenever we go and eat anywhere.
You just you and me in general.
Like, am I gonna have to fight her? Fucking, I don't. This is a bad.
We
look.
do fight
like,
over it.
But I guess I'm more worried about reputational like damage stuff. Like I'm more concerned about
fair.
like.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Camera's on. I'm actually curious now what that camera looks like. It's shifted over a little bit. That's fine. Oh wait,
we're gonna fix
it.
No,
fix it
continue
live.
Talking. Fixing it live.
But
that's still a cool sound to make.
The fucking air horn.
Yeah, it's a non-denominational air horn. Isn't he cute as hell?
Is he cute? I feel like I should know who this person is now. It's bothering me. But I'm that's my big thing. And I think sometimes it limits me, at least starting off. Once I get to know somebody and I can kind of gauge like, oh, okay, I can make these type of jokes and you're not going to lose your fucking mind.
Because as a woman, I don't worry about that for myself personally. So you're right. Yeah, as a man, if I were a man living in this day and age, I'd be terrified to do anything or say anything.
Especially with how much stuff I have on the internet. Like, granted, not like that. I'm just saying, like, I have like the podcast episodes. I have an old YouTube channel. I stream.
Fair.
Like, and granted, my channel is tiny. Like, it's small compared to like all the other like bigger streamers and whatnot.
Right now,
but like, especially in the future, things that I do today can come back and like
you in the ass
like
later.
Do stuff like later in the future. So like, I am always concerned about that. Like, and I think it probably puts up a wall in terms of what I would be doing when I'm out with someone.
What kind of jokes you're
making?
Jokes
I'm making, what kind of advances I make, what kind of like
strange,
yeah, it's
like,
just you just
he
have
made
to
an
think
anal
about
joke. I don't know if I feel okay with this.
It's like, oh no.
Out comes some sizzling steak. Haha.
Yeah.
Just like mine, and they can't.
And they can't.
It's like some shit that I could get away with and be like, look at that. There's some meat on that plate. Let's eat it up. And then nobody, like, it's a problem if you say it. That's a big problem.
Even
I would
something.
be a couple.
Oh my god.
I love all this.
This is not what I was expecting from chat.
Oh my god.
I'm never wearing sleeveless shirts ever again.
Can we scroll up? I want to see some of this stuff that they're asking.
Hold
a
on.
lot about us being a couple.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to answer because I honestly, it's just better that way. Which one I feel physically threatened in every single interaction.
Really? Then do the things that we just said, in my opinion. Yeah. Fucking
honestly,
get the
seriously.
ID picture, get the fucking take a picture of the license plate, like that.
Drive your own car, or get an Uber, or get a Lyft, or ride the bus, or just
Uber,
anything.
Uber even has this thing, which
they do.
You can hate Uber all you want. That's fine. But they have a thing that like tracks where you went, like where's your last like stop or whatnot. In the event that if something happens to you, they have a record of that and they can track it back to who you rode with and who was your driver.
I thought they had a thing where you can like press a different number or click a button that's saying that you're in kind of like danger. So you need the quickest Uber there, and that you want them to like walk you to the car. So it's it's something along the lines of that.
Awesome. Like,
it's great. And
smart.
I think that should be used for men and women. Fuck all this bullshit about men needing to be like tough and they can't be in a situation where they feel threatened. Absolutely they can. That's not it. Of course they can.
Yeah.
They're another human being who has feelings. and there's scary people out there.
Yeah.
And
I've never been in a situation where I thought I would get drugged, but I guess that is something too I think about.
See, and that's
Like,
a thing that I,
sure,
as a woman, had to think about from day one. Always have your glass with you. Never leave it unattended. Keep your hand covering it. That's why whenever I would get water at a bar or anything, I would drink it right there immediately, set it back down, go about my way. Whatever I had, I would finish immediately. It's a scary thing. Never take drinks from someone else. Like,
I remember recently somebody I was out with, she put a napkin over her drink when she went away, and then when she came back, she's like, "Oh, that's super silly." I was like, "I don't think that's silly. Like that's a normal."
Why didn't you just take the drink with you? That's what I used to do.
To the bathroom?
I eat in the bathroom sometimes.
At bars? We're learning a lot. We're learning so much.
It's like cheesy fries.
It's so.
Why would I not? I don't understand.
We're learning so much. It's so.
I just feel like it should be. Should it not? It's not your fault. You're doing fine. Keep talking. I'm here to. We know that.
I didn't know if we missed anything else that you were saying.
Really, we should hit. They should hit each other up.
I love this.
Is that like a phone call? That's what you say to somebody
I'm assuming,
who you're texting.
Yeah.
Yo, girl, where you at? Yo, I'm just hitting you up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I talk to girls. Joe is cute as hell. Seriously, why don't you hit him up? Like, I don't. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
You're a cream pie. Those are so good.
I'm gonna let you stew in that for a bit. Yep. Just feel it. Feel what you. Oh shit. I tried to make her awkward, but then she turned it around.
Damn it.
Because that's just what she does.
Do you work out? He does. Yeah.
I do.
You can see it in his eyes. I don't know how that happens, but okay. Does Layah have her own channel? Not yet. Soon, G.
Regardless of all of me pleading her.
TMI.
Make a fucking goddamn YouTube channel.
Yeah, because you're gonna help me with it. Because I'm literally inept when it comes to.
I feel like
technology.
you say that, and I'm literally gonna be like, "Hey, so you put this thing in there," and then you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know that.
If I know how to do, I can do that. I know how to do that."
This is the problem. This is the problem. This is why the last time you were on was episode 9, and it's episode 29. We can only endure.
Oh, in the 9s.
Every 10 episodes.
That's one of my numerology ones. I think that's one of my main numbers.
I don't know. What do you mean?
Numerology is like numbers that mean things based on where you were born, when you were born. It's the whole I think Kabbalah uses it. I'm probably wrong. Please don't call me out.
Wait for the YouTube comments. They're gonna get there.
I can't wait. But yeah, that makes sense. TMI. Never. I'm holding back.
She is. But that's the weird thing. That's just something I guess I have to figure out with Twitch too. Doing these live, probably the worst possible person to have on the first. I just realized that.
What? Or the best.
Oh, best in terms of entertainment.
What you can get away with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
it's
that's
perfect.
true. That's true.
If
I still have a channel next week,
then you're fine.
We're good.
I wouldn't worry about
golden.
it. Everything I've said is suggestive anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone to go out there and beat anyone up.
That's true.
Unless they want to. No.
Some people are into that, you know. Just make sure you have a safe word.
No.
Me. Fuck, man. There was something. Oh no, you were talking about the dudes. So you talked about the guy with the nudes, and then you talked about the weird guy at the date, but you didn't talk about the third guy.
Oh, the one guy who literally asked me 0 questions.
Oh yeah,
0 questions. So
the dude who's trying his best.
I knew immediately. I'm dropping things like, yeah, I like nerdy things, and I see that you have this character from Naruto as your thing, and
That's
it's
so strange,
like,
man.
I don't know. I think it's great. I would be super turned on by me if I was sitting there and it was like, oh, nerd extravaganza, and at my job all I do is talk about D&D and card games, and it's like, that would be enticing, but no follow-up questions to anything like that. And even after I said, this is what I do for a living, it was, well, what are you doing Saturday? Because that was what are you asking Saturday? What do you do for work? I do this for work. Cool, but what do you do? What are you free Saturday? No. Like essentially, no. I'm busy. I'm doing these things. That's when you just know. There's clear cut signs to things that are like you're not interested in me.
See, I guess the devil's advocate or the issue with that is
Do it.
You can. This might be revealing how terrible of a person I can be. I'm not. I choose not to be, but
we're all humans, so we're all capable of terrible things.
It's very easy to manipulate those kind of things. I've found it's very easy. It's very easy. I love the like. It's very easy to. Depending on the person, I think it's easy to like fake that shit. You can fake interest. It's not hard.
That's all I'm asking for.
I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure then. But yeah, like I don't know. I think that means that you shouldn't? Obviously not. I think if you're genuinely interested in someone, then you should be genuinely interested in them.
Right,
or if you're just looking for sex, then just it's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that either.
There really isn't.
Yeah.
So and what's funny though with that though is that along the lines of sexual harassment, and also is that along the lines of the same type of thing if someone asks for a nude? And I feel like if you're gonna say let's just have sex, that needs to happen after a certain type of knowing someone though too.
Sure, yeah. You can't just walk up to somebody trying to fuck. Like
I tried it.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Actually doesn't work. I tried it on like 6 guys. They are terrified of it. I don't know.
You know what I think it is? I think
not recently though. I am kind of a vixen now. Maybe that might work.
It's torturing people.
It's so fun. Yeah.
I think it's like to a degree there's also a fear, not necessarily always just physical, but like as a guy that happens so infrequently that if someone just
I'm sorry.
I just realized the camera's still on you. Thank you for doing
No, it's fine.
It's just me talking. It's like, oh no, it's gone. Come back.
Where's that beautiful face?
I just think when that does happen, it's jarring. It's so jarring that sometimes maybe guys don't know how to react to that.
They definitely didn't.
So
they kind of had no idea as to what was going on. They're like, that
really happens for most guys.
I have plans. I don't remember.
I think
is this a trap? Maybe they think I'm FBI.
or
I'm part of like some like women's reconnaissance team. Is reconnaissance?
What was that song called? There's a Lil Wayne song.
Where he talks like that.
He talks like that in all of his songs. There's a song where the premise of the song is literally him getting these women to go like approach guys, gain their trust, go hook up with them, and in the act of hooking up with them, they break into the fucking house, kill the dude, take all his shit.
I don't remember the name of that song, but I've heard it. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Do you guys know
Mona Lisa?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Brain power there. We got there.
We did it. Just a painting that's been around forever.
But yeah, like could be a little bit of that too. Like this never happens, which means that this must be bad.
It does seem fishy.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Which to be cool, that like the good thing, that like the silver lining in that is, I wonder if that opened those 6 guys' eyes up to how it seems when they do it. Hopefully it does, because then they kind of have a little bit more understanding of like.
I'm gonna be real honest.
I love this version of Layah that gives guys 0 credit, none, 0, absolutely no %.
I was trying to give that guy the benefit of the doubt on whether or not he was erect.
In my opinion, that doesn't make it any better. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters at all.
I tried. That was me trying. I do give guys the benefit of the doubt, though. I just, for some reason, the guys that I've been encountering lately just have been not that. Not people to give leniency to. And I know you had said something like maybe the guy was like so excited about trying to impress me that he was saying all this stuff about himself, and I get that too. I totally do.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but yeah, it
I'm not
wasn't
saying
enough.
that when I mentioned that, and I remember saying that, I was like, maybe he's so concerned with impressing you that he's just throwing out all of these credentials that he has. He's like, I do this and this and this and this and this and this, and then not actually listening. But like, whether or not that's from a malintent, it's still a bad flag
Yeah.
for like when you're looking into somebody whether or not you want to have a relationship with them, because
Right.
what you're essentially saying is in those moments you're not listening, or
God,
at least
and that's
like,
not a
yeah,
quality to carry
it's a
on
bad,
to
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Whether
Even
you're a friend or a boyfriend or even a casual fuck, you can't be like that with. For me, like
I think
I
some
need there
people
to
could
be
do that.
some back and forth
Yeah.
between, because then there's no asking questions is like flirtation to me,
Mm.
right? And you have to have flirtation to build up chemistry, to build up good sex. So even if you're just having it as a sexual relationship, you have to create some tension there. You have to create something. And honestly, that's all I'm looking for. I don't want a relationship because I will just emotionally and maybe physically destroy them right now.
I feel like mainly physically. Once you recover, mainly physically. That's
once I recover. I wonder if I can still. No, I can't do that
can't.
yet. Maybe I can kick them. I can step on them.
But that's, you need to have, you get the foot is just there for leverage,
right?
For like the leash. You got to get, and then you pull, leashes. And then you push with the foot. All right, hold on. I need to explain that. I'm getting a dog. I have a dog leash thing.
Harness.
It's a harness for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I have that. Don't believe her. whatever she's doing and insinuating is not true at all. Like, that is why it is there. You'll see the dog when I get it. I'll make sure to bring it on stream.
Oh my god, can I be on that stream?
Probably.
Please.
Probably.
Oh. No, I just wanted to put it on. It seemed like it would fit me, and it seemed exciting, and it had velvet on it. It's velvet on the inside. That seems so soft, and I don't have breasts. It's not like they're gonna get in the way. You know, I feel like I could have fit in it, and all I want to do is try it on.
I can't wait for the comments. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
Oh,
it's gonna be crazy. There it is.
I should, right?
I was literally talking to someone about that. I was like, I kind of want to make one. I kind of want to make one, and then just like, well, the thing is that
I help you with angles though.
So I don't
not
think
that you know. Well, you do the video stuff.
I know like video from from the behind the camera perspective, but
okay.
I'm no fucking model. Like, I'm not gonna like no. Like, literally, you're staring at me like have you seen any picture of me? Like, oh, that dude looks like he's worked on photo shoots.
But I don't know what you do with your,
Oh my god.
Gotta follow.
GG Hammers. Oh, dude, I remember you. Wow. What's up, dude? Man, I remember you from years ago. What's up, Hammers? We out here talking about how to treat people right, and now Joe calls women a dog. I didn't say.
You don't know what I like to be called.
Oh my god.
Just saying, you're gonna need puppy pads.
I do have some.
Not for me.
I didn't say for you. I just said I had some.
You do. So anyway, yes, the OnlyFans. Hi, I am new. Hi.
It's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
I always say Geoff though.
Geoff?
Geoff. I know it's not. I know it's Jeff. I just say Geoff. There was this one person whose name is Jorge, but the way it's spelled, and it's gonna sound incredibly. It's not racist, is it? Maybe it's racist.
We'll say racially insensitive.
Oh God, yeah. And I called him Jorge because I thought it was like Jose and stuff like that. So I called him Jorge. But it's not. It's definitely not. I've only seen it written. I did have sex with him.
I like the name Jorge.
Jorge is great, right?
Jorge is a good name. It almost sounds
maybe
like
I was racially gentrifying for them.
You were bringing them together. It's like George, Jorge, and Bjorn all just squished together, making you're bringing the races together. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm just trying to make a move all in the same neighborhood so we can all live together. Yeah. I know that's not how gentrification works. It's more or less like you get out, we're gonna come in.
It's not.
Absolutely, yeah, it is a mispronunciation.
Gregory is right.
I'm great at mispronouncing things. I'm fabulous at it, so that makes sense. That guy had to have sex in every house and every spot in his apartment, though. That was a weird encounter.
Like he made a point to go to
He
every place?
made a point. It was like he was set to an internal timer, and we were off to the kitchen, then into the bathroom, in his bedroom, on the side of his bed, in the living room, back to the kitchen, because now we have to be near the microwave or the stove. And at one point I was like,
hey man, are you giving me a tour?
Recording us, and he has a girlfriend that cheated, and he wants to be like, waffle all over our house. And I was like, either way, I took the day off. I'm already here.
It's like we're in the middle of things. Let's
continue the experience. Yeah. I don't care about your dead girlfriend or whatever. A
tour guide just comes out. This is the microwave. You'll notice it has 10 different power levels. Fucking
one's for popcorn.
That
always burns your popcorn. It doesn't really matter.
That's the most infuriating thing with my brother. Oh my god! Every time we get popcorn, because it's like a different brand, right? Like you get a new brand of popcorn, and I'm like,
you must love popcorn. Like an immense amount.
Well, we both like popcorn. I like popcorn. But we'll get the popcorn, and then he'll pop a bag of popcorn, and I see that he popped a bag of popcorn. 2 days later, I'm like, hey man, how long did you put it in there for? I don't know. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want this to burn, and I don't want to sit in front of the microwave for like 2 minutes just to wait and see.
To wait for the kernels to pop.
How do you forget what you put for the popcorn in like 2 days? I don't understand.
To be fair, I forget 90% of the things that I do on a daily basis.
Do you forget like the prices that you spend on stuff?
God, I don't look at prices.
He does. Oh my god,
I don't look at prices.
Hate
I look at a price and I go, I need that thing, and I just get it.
So like, I get that to an extent, but you have a ballpark of like roughly what you spent on a thing. Like
what?
So like, okay, let me think of what the last time I asked him about something
like that. I don't know how much milk costs.
Yeah, I don't care about milk.
Yeah, you're talking about like a big major item?
Not like a major item, but like I'm trying to think. Gosh, shit. Okay. So he bought this it's like a water
boob,
flossing,
like a uniboob,
like a one boob. Like he bought like one singular boob. The nipples
those are about
inside.
$5,000.
But no, he bought like this like water flossing thing with like a toothbrush and rechargeable stuff and whatnot.
Okay.
And he ended up buying one for himself and then one for me, which is great, appreciate it. And then I was like, hey, how much did that cost? I don't know. I'm like, you do
a really good impersonation of him, by the way. I'm sorry, it's very uncanny.
It's so, oh my god, it's the number one most. I'm just like, you just bought it. In fact, you could probably go back to on your phone on Amazon and just look it up, but he never does. He's just like, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he knows, he just doesn't want to tell you.
Probably, I don't know.
Which is also fair.
Yeah.
Top secret is the best. Don't want to cut you down.
Oh man.
I feel like the boom chicka is really good, but you don't pop that one. It comes popped already. Because that's what I deserve.
That's what
I deserve it immediately to be ready for me.
Immediate ready to pop.
But yeah, men suck. Just all of them in general.
Men suck, all of them in general.
Not all of them. Some.
You know.
Some. Oh, but that's the thing. I'm not looking for a relationship.
Right.
I'm just looking for sex. So that's a good. That's a good segue for how does that go about, right? How, if you are just a man and you are just looking for sex and not a relationship, because that also happens, or if you're a woman and you're just looking for sex. And what I mean by that is not a one night stand. I can do that easy peasy. I just lower my standards on how to be treated real fast.
Real low.
and the sex is going to be
Terrible.
horrible.
Yeah.
So bad. So how do you have, if you have a connection with somebody, what's the best way to go about that, male female wise, right? Like,
so
how I feel on my end, what I would want reciprocated to me, and how you would want a woman to come to you.
I think the problem or the method is different depending on a couple situations. And this is just my suggestion. I don't know. And also it's going to probably be different for everybody.
These are our point of view.
Like this is just this is just if I had specifically for me, I don't like vague conversation or like hints and things like that. I think there's a degree of that that's cool for like romance and whatnot. I get it for that, but
that's something to come back to once you've established where you
once
guys...
where you are. For me, just fucking tell me. If the intention is like, oh, I think Joe looks really nice, like he's attractive or whatever, fucking just tell me. I'm not gonna think
into knowing you, because if it's like, hey Joe, how's it going? Want to fuck? Like immediately.
It depends. It depends on if you what your game plan is after like sex.
Right.
If you intend on being like, hey, you want to fuck? I don't really care if we talk afterwards.
We'll see.
Well,
if you're bad at sex, sure, I don't really care.
Sure, but that's the thing. Like, if your intention is just like, hey, I need this quick. This would be nice.
I need a release.
I don't. Yeah. But seriously though, like, yeah, like if that's the goal, I could be like hanging out at a bar, and I'll probably talk to you for a little bit. You're not gonna be like, hey Joe, let's fuck, and I'll be like, okay, and then I just like go off and we skip to your car or whatever, or my car or whatever. But like it'll probably be like a little bit of conversation, but that makes it easier for both people because you instantly know what the objective of the other person is. There's no guessing. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. This is
it opens the door then to what do you like sexually? What are you interested in sexually? And then you can explore that.
The other situation though is if you intend on being friends afterwards, or you're
and that's a big
genuinely
one.
Yeah. Now
that's a rough situation
that's different.
To be in.
Yeah. So like in that case, I still like the similar approach, but it would probably make more sense if it came after we've nourished some kind of friendship.
Absolutely.
Because
if foundation.
Yeah, if you just do it initially like that, but you also want to have a relationship afterwards,
it's not going to happen.
It's going to be really strange.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah. So
it's hard to see someone naked and then immediately jump to being like, oh,
what's up, dude?
I put my mouth on all that, so that's great. So you want to go grab dinner or what? That's also weird because then also doesn't that open up like friend stuff is difficult because then what if it's not what both of you thought it was going to be? What if it's more? What if you're...
What do you mean?
If you have sex with a friend, like already, if you have that foundation and it's very set, what is life like then afterwards? You know, because there is that very fine line between being really, really good friends and having a good flow and then being very intimate.
Right.
Because it obviously wouldn't just be sex. Like, you care about that other person, so there'd be a form of intimacy and vulnerability in that. And if you're anything like me, as soon as vulnerability comes around, you're like,
I'm out.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Bye.
Oh my God, you care about me?
Oh.
Bye. You can't do that. That's not okay. Don't do that.
I think that the way that works is that both people have to be very confident in the fact that regardless of how the sex goes, you will still be friends afterwards.
That's the other thing too.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
It's awkward too, like in the beginning. It's gonna be awkward.
I was gonna say, let me talk to you about awkward.
It's gonna be awkward with your friends.
This whole conversation, everything we're talking about right now, any interaction with like a romantic partner or like a possible romantic interest is gonna be awkward. That if your barrier is the fact that I don't want to be cringy and awkward, jump that shit. Like it's not gonna happen. It's always gonna be weird. It's always gonna be awkward.
I'm always super smooth though, so it's gonna be them.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I don't.
I'm totally awkward. The more I know somebody is the more awkward I become. I
can vouch for
I'm
that.
incredibly fucking confident, especially sexually. If I don't know that person, if it's a one night stand, if I'm not friends with them, if it's that, I'm like, I am a fucking goddess. Like, bow to me. If I am close with that person, I'm like, oh god, what if they see a bad angle on me and they don't like me anymore? Oh no.
I think that's all the
I don't
stuff
know
though.
what. Yeah.
That's all the confidence from like knowing someone, and you'd also be able to make that call from knowing that person whether or not they would do that.
But
like,
even though you know they wouldn't, it's a scarier situation. I think that goes, for me personally, that goes to vulnerability, which is like, this is my friend. This is somebody I'm very close with.
Yeah.
Now they're going to see me in a different light and in a different way, and I'm going to be exposing myself. How do I do that?
The way I look at it,
it's weird. It's a weird concept to try to.
It is a weird
too.
concept. I don't really want to use. Let me think if I have a better example. Hold on. Okay. All right. So like, let's take us for example.
Okay, do it.
So like, we've shared very personal things about each other with each other, right?
Mm-hmm. We have.
The way I look at that, if we were going down that route, is I don't know if I'd do that with you. Now I'm thinking about it. I have to think about that for a little bit.
Step on you?
Oh fuck!
You don't want me to wear a harness?
Yeah, I'm good. But what I'm saying, what I'm using as an example, if I was going down that route, my mindset is like, seeing me, like I'm the type of person, I would go to like a nudist beach. I have no problem with that. So
I can take my shirt off in public because I don't have any boobs.
I feel like you keep anyway. I'm not getting baited into that. But
compliment my breasts.
No. Say it. She pulls out the whip. Fucking say it. But I think my mindset is, I've already revealed more personal things than like what my dick looks like, or like what I look like naked.
That's what I mean. That's the vulnerability that goes with it.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, that's the reason why that barrier to me is not like, it's daunting, but it's not scary, because to me, right now you have worse information on me than like any of that shit. Like, I have no I'm not afraid of that, because if you wanted to take something that I've said in confidence to you, you have that ammo already.
Right.
Like, we passed the point of like vulnerable information, you know?
Oh god, yeah.
Like, so like that's why, like, in the case where there's with you or with anyone else that I'm really close to, like, it's not, if we've gotten past the point where I've told you that kind of stuff, I don't, like, who cares? Like,
I think for me, the hardest part for me is that actually, it's so much easier for me to just have sex with people that don't have any of that information.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Like, obviously. But
yeah.
That's why if that were, the more that somebody knows about
they're
me,
disposable.
God, yes.
So like, this is the terrible take podcast now, but
no, they are 1,000%, and that's why it's so easy. But I think that's why those situations become difficult with friends, because let's take our situation for example. We're not disposable. Like, our relationship and our friendship and what we have is not.
Right.
So I think that's why, if that were whatever. He does have pythons.
I did it. I made her awkward finally.
No.
Yep.
I'm not blushing.
Mm-hmm.
That's more scary to me, right? Because
there's something to lose
there. There's so much to lose there. Yeah. And then you cross that boundary, but then if you do cross that, then isn't that already relationship time? Right? See, that's where my head goes, right? You already have a good foundation, and then if you have sex and sex is good, why wouldn't a relationship be next? And
because I don't think that's all that is required for a relationship.
What else is there? Like, you have a friendship that's built. Like, I feel like I can tell you anything. I'm very honest with you. And then if sex is good, then what else is?
So
I feel like such a novice. What else
What
goes
else
in
could
a
there be?
relationship?
So you actually talked about this
Sex
earlier.
5 times a week, and what else?
That's it.
6 if I'm lucky.
I did. So like, you were talking about this before, the whole like dating, boyfriend, girlfriend,
That leads to marriage.
thing. So like,
yeah.
that's the progression. So like, if you have a friend, like, so like, if there's a, all right, for all you nerds out here on Twitch, there's a skill tree. So you start off at the bottom of friends, and friends has like,
these are also in fantasy novels to explain to you.
This is true. Yes. So
whatever. I mean,
we're all nerds here. It's fine. So like, you start off with like skill tree. I'm not gonna do this because then fucking.
You did look. Okay, I was too much for me. I couldn't do it.
You start off here, and you have, let's say you have two different trees. You have a friendship tree, and then you have like an intimate partner tree. We'll call it that.
So those feel like one and the same to me.
Okay, so you'll see where I'm going.
Okay, I'll see the. Okay.
So like, you have you start off as acquaintances. Then you go down. If you go down the friend tree, at a certain point, those two trees connect on one of those nodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can have a friend that you're very close with, be very intimate with, but they're still friends, right? That is a possible thing. That's a thing. But you then, the tree branches from that one node to being like best friends, close friends, all that stuff that stays in the friends tree. And then you have like, is this a fuck buddy, or friends with benefit, or a boyfriend, or a fiance? Like, it, all of that stuff.
Those words scared me. Those last words that you said,
But like,
those were scary.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but they all they do kind of intertwine, but they're not the same. Like, you can bounce back between those things as long as communication is done well enough.
Oh God,
I think so.
Communication is.
I don't know
key.
if I explained that really well enough. I hope, hopefully, clearly I didn't. That is the response that I'm getting. So I don't know.
Burp number 3. I know it's coming already. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know, because it is a hard it's a hard line to find a fuck buddy.
Mm.
Got another follow.
I love it.
Yay!
It. Thank you.
Thank you. I knew you were gonna say that. Burp count number 3.
He's
knew he was gonna say
count.
it.
I love it.
He's gonna say it. Making tiny
I'm
little baby fist. Look at the little baby fist. Ah! Like the squirrel today.
Oh my God, the squirrel.
We saw squirrels and they stand up and they pant, you know, and their little hands
just can't
shake
relax.
and just. Who's the lady? I was called a lady.
That's me. I'm the lady.
Oh yeah, I knew
Sorry.
nobody would call me a lady. Not with burp count number 3.
Not burp count number 3.
What's FWB? I feel, is that some fetish thing?
Friends with benefits.
Oh.
Are we porn stars or something?
Why, you want to give me money?
So like,
I'll take it.
what's funny is the way my living room is set up.
Venmo.
I get that a lot. Usually when people walk into my home, like they see a bunch of lights, they see a camera, and they see a black couch.
Joe,
a black leather couch.
Just
I haven't said no. I would be interested in doing it, but I think there's a lot that I'd want to know about the people that I'd be shooting first before I do
know
it.
a girl.
Do you?
I know plenty.
Is that? I don't think that goes against any TOS. Talking about that, I think
Talking about having friends that are girls. What the hell? Of course
like
not.
shooting porn.
Oh, I was trying to help you.
It can't be. There's porn stars on Twitch. Like
yeah, of course.
But or spit roast. I mean, it is spit roasted mama. It is the name. I didn't say I wanted to be in the porn. I just wanted.
Yeah, no. Look at his talents. You think he's gonna
Wow,
be
are you trying
recording
to
all
say
of it?
that
No,
I
I'm
suck?
saying that you're gonna be recording all of it. Are you kidding me? Oh no! What will the squirrels? The panting.
The panting of the squirrels.
Panting of the squirrels. Oh, but there's the confusion line between finding friends with benefits that good sex, but not that vulnerability that's there. You know what I'm saying? Like how that fine line. Because all of these guys who are trying to come at me, I don't want a relationship.
Fair.
I just want good sex.
Okay.
Good sex for me consists of having some form of interest in me.
Okay.
Having some type of like twinkle in your eye that says, I want to see all of it and I want to take care of all of it and I want to give you a good time. I need that to be relayed to me. Like just from being a female, being me as a female,
Sure.
I need that relayed to me. I need to know that I'm like
I knew you'd see that immediately. And you're just like, you try and get stepped on, dude? You want to get stepped on?
I will step on you. He said subs. He, she, they, I don't know. He said subs.
Oh, they were saying we should make a Pornhub channel and we get hella subs.
I had a Pornhub channel.
Did you?
A while ago. 10 years ago. Try to find it.
Try to find it.
I also had a what is that one that they stopped the nudity for? But they had a whole bunch of nudity on there.
I know which Tumblr?
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Also had a Tumblr. Try to find it.
Well, all that shit's gone.
Yeah, I know. So they can't. Whatever. No, it's I want to feel wanted. I think that's what most women want. They want to feel wanted. And they also just, I like flirting. I love flirting. That needs to be like, that's a requirement for me as part as the friends with benefits. I think that's more of a female thing that they need to have that flirtation and that build up, that chemistry. But I don't want to know their whole life story. I don't want to get to know them that way. I don't want to go to their brother's baby shower extravaganza thing that they need to do. I don't want to. We can go on a date. That's fine. I like to get super dressed up, maybe wear an anal plug, let them know, take pictures of it, send it to them while they're out to dinner.
You're going to have so many fans. You're going to have your channel's going to do so well. You don't understand how well it's going to do. And you're just, I know you're getting into this and you're just like, oh, let's see what happens. And if I'm
just saying.
Okay.
That's all. Look, that's what I'm saying. That's what you do on a date, right?
You got me on that one. That was a good one.
That's not what's done on a date.
That's just the normal thing.
I think that's what you do on a date. Oh man, I've been doing it wrong. There's some stuff you can do with cherries in the bathroom. It's interesting, but I like that. I like that form of back and forth. So,
oh man, we work with some of these people. This is great.
Yeah. They tuned in. They listened.
Yeah.
America, you have a choice. So, no. So that's such a hard balance to find. I'm shedding all over your table. It's a hard balance to find, right?
Yeah. It's not. I've never said this is simple. I'm not saying it's an easy thing.
Not simple. But you'll continue to watch.
Yeah. I just think people, rightfully so, you go into that thing very cautiously. You should. I think
absolutely.
It's not something you just go, hey, let's fucking do this shit. Like,
especially with the stuff I'm into, you can't just dive deep into the stuff that I'm into.
You can say it.
BDSM and
that's not what I thought you were
fetishes and role playing and
yeah.
Should I stop now?
No, this is
what did you think I was gonna say? Harnesses?
Dive into somebody's asshole or something like that.
I'll do that too.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Not a lot is off the table. Honestly, that's why I feel like this should be easier for me. Maybe it's harder for me because of that. There's a lot of people who aren't interested in the things that I'm interested in. Just right off the bat, they're looking to just get it wet and get out.
That's a great expression. Get it wet and get out.
Get out.
I don't want to go into detail on some of that stuff, but I think though the more wouldn't that make it easier because you have such a wide variety of different things? Unless the fact is, it's not that you have a wide variety. You want to do all of those things at one, like in one go. Like then that is hard. But like if you find someone who's like, oh okay, I like this like slice of the pie. This is fine. I'll do that. Of course. Yeah, I said that. That's fine.
You said slice of pie.
Slice of pie. That's fine.
The problem is that most people just enjoy like missionary, or they don't pace themselves, or they just, I don't know. I've had so much trouble with men. I don't know. They forget steps, I guess, is the easiest thing. They go straight from we are fully clothed to now you must be completely clothed and I'm ready to go, so you should be too.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's control factors.
Yeah. Part of that is like I blame communication a lot when it comes to that. Now, I know in your case that's not the fact.
Communication has always been very clear, and
but they just don't do it.
To a
but
place
like
where they don't, and I get exacerbated, and I'm like, no, literally slow the fuck down. Literally no, as in this is not happening yet. Because slow down, not cool.
Real quick, just for all the new people that have shown up.
Hi.
We were just talking about the dynamics of men and women. Both sexually, not sexually, whatever. You can. Oh yeah, for sure. Anything. You can ask any question in chat, and we'll at some point go back through, and we'll answer questions that we can, and all that good stuff. So yeah. Answering questions. That's the theme for it. Yeah. Now. I'm just gonna get that snippet, and then that plays. It's like the no matter who's on, like that. It's just your face that pops up at the bottom. Answering questions.
I like it. You can use it. I'll let you use it for free.
Copyright? No.
For free.
Okay,
use it.
Okay. All right.
LLCs are for businesses. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, I don't think we've hit everything.
No, because we haven't really heard your dynamics for men, women, like friends with benefits stuff.
What do you mean by dynamics?
Well, because you said that you just want somebody to be straight up with you.
Yeah.
But then how would that response be? Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm cute. I might not be understanding.
Clearly, I don't.
No, I don't understand.
I don't understand what you said. As in, how would that really like happen? How would you feel about that? How would that experience go then after that? What's the conversation that happens after that's said? What's the reaction from you? Because the reason that I started going up to men and saying, do you want to sleep with me? Mm-hmm. Was because I had nothing but guy friends say, I really wish some chick would just come up to me and be hot and say, do you just want to have sex? That would make my life easier. Mm. I did that. And then the response was not. You're welcome. It was not what they thought it would be. You know what I mean? So if you do have a girl that's like, look, I'm done playing games. I don't want to do this. All I really want to do is this. What do you think really like your...
What would my kind of reaction be to that? What would
your reaction be to that? Because...
Do I know this girl? Is this like a... Is this just a random person?
This would you just... Let's say it starts off with some chick being like, yo, you're cute. Let's get dinner sometime. Cool. So then you go get dinner sometime. Mm-hmm. And then the conversation goes, like, the reason I want to talk to you is because I think you're attractive and I'm just looking for a friends with benefits. Are you down?
Okay. So I think at that point I'd have to ask her like which way she would be comfortable with doing this, because there's two ways we can go, and one of them is free and wild and risky as hell, and the other way is probably a little bit more safe. So the first way, which is the risky way, is like, okay, yeah, let's have sex, let's do it, like, and along the way, let's hope we stay friends. Because if I just met this person, we've only like gone out to eat like once or twice for that matter, and like I'm still feeling that person out. The sex part's easy. That I can do, like that's not hard.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But the sex and then the friends with benefits part, that's
right.
That's the difficulty.
That's
thing.
What I mean.
And
that's
so,
such a hard.
But that's the risky way. The risky way is to do the sex first and friends second. I think the safer way is to do the friends first and then sex second, because you learn more about the person I love this. This is so funny. But
I am a fire sign.
But like, yeah, like you learn more about the person, so you have a better idea of whether or not it would even work, right? So like,
So this is all logical, Joe. But
Mhm.
if
you want
if Joe is sitting there and there's this hot chick and you're just, are you gonna really weigh the options and be like, well, logically,
Mhm.
if I wait this out, I think we could, just this could be a long-term friends with benefits thing, or would you be like, well, we can leave now?
That's what I was saying. I would want to know which way she's more comfortable with it. I know which way I'd be more comfortable with it. I already know the answer to that question.
What
for
if her
myself.
response is like, I don't really know, I just know I need to get fucked tonight?
Okay, so then, all right. So like in that case, then it's not really a friends with benefits thing. It's just you want to get fucked tonight.
Right.
And then if the friends with benefits thing happens after that, then great. But for like your priority in that point is just getting laid. Like that's all that's top priority at that point. And that's fine. But now I know where she stands, that is her priority. And I can go, okay, well, I go in it with the mindset of like, okay, well, that's her priority. If anything else evolves from that, great. But like, I won't go in with the expectations of, oh, this is a friends with benefits thing, because I know that that's not
what she's immediately attending.
Right, exactly.
So what if she goes, yeah, friends with benefits. What is the time then? Like, how many more times do you hang out before something? Because then you start to get into really fickle stages with that, because then that could turn into like a really good friendship, and then you're no longer able to cross that boundary like we had talked about, or it just turns into something where you cross that boundary, or you just no longer, you realize that they say some shit and you're like, I can't be your friend anymore.
So
I can't do this. You said what now?
You said what now? You called him the Great White Hope? That's what you... Okay, man. I don't know if I can...
No.
Such a good show.
You can't say that.
So that is the same concern I would have regardless of whether I was having sex with somebody or not.
Would you still have sex with them if they had some opinion that didn't line up with yours? Because here's the thing about getting older. It's harder and harder to just have sex with somebody just to have sex with them. You find yourself caring about the way you're treated. You feel like
I think it depends on what that opinion is. Like, if you gave me an example, I could tell you an answer. But like having it just be
some real racist shit. Just
probably not.
Some real like if she says, all those other black people are not so cool, but you're pretty awesome.
I've had women literally tell me that.
Stop.
Oh yeah.
How is that a thing?
Oh, because of where I grew up and how I am, and like
what?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Grow up in South Carolina. Go to North Carolina. Okay.
Not that makes anything.
But
I don't like that. My first response was, okay. Sure, yeah, racism.
It's
perfect. Oh god,
that's just kind of how it works there. Or at least it did when I was younger. It's probably gotten better now. Who knows?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Wow, that's gotta be a really hurtful, confusing thing to hear. No. Mm-mm. What did it feel like? Just like, oh, you're an idiot?
Honestly, I was young and kind of stupid, so like it honestly made me feel special, because it was like, oh, I'm better than all of these other guys.
Fair.
I get to fuck her. And
she doesn't want any of the other ones.
Want any of these guys. This is great. So like, but yeah,
that's funny.
I don't know.
That's not funny. It's hilarious.
It's
whatever.
Racism is racism.
Racism can be funny.
It can be. I think there are many comedians that have proven that at this point. Like it can be funny.
Yeah.
There's
derogatory and there's funny.
Yeah.
There's two different levels to that, for sure.
Yeah. Did I answer your question though? I don't know if I.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
cool.
did.
I'm
there's
curious.
Just different levels to.
I think there's levels.
It's so complicated either way you look at it. So it's really like your opinion of what you would be doing in that moment.
Yeah. it's not something that you can be like, if X happens, you do Y, or if,
it's not
like,
a read your own adventure.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
get to
You can't just go to
choose
page
from these
43. Like
options.
it's
You don't get to skip ahead to the
yeah.
end and find out that the dragon has eaten your queen.
each. I used to love those books as a kid.
Me too. That's why
I think
a
it's
board game that was kind of like that. There's kind of like a read your own adventure board game. It was a card game. It was whatever, nerd stuff.
Okay, all right.
It's fine. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, intrigued. What is this?
Yeah, I know. I forgot the name of it. It's like in a little white box. And it has like that old 80s style look on it. That's like a read your own adventure kind of
How
game.
old is it?
If you guys know what it is, let us know. It's like 3 years old, maybe.
Oh wow, I should know about
something like that. No, this was not very popular.
Okay,
because we're like, born in the 80s.
Yeah,
so it's not very. Wait, you weren't born in the 80s?
No.
Okay.
I was born right after. You're not that much older than me. All right, chill out.
I like how I act like a small child.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're proving this point right now.
No, go sit down at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
As I say, again. I'll say it again. Do it again.
Do it again. Don't do it again.
I almost did.
I feel like
I did it again. Fuck. Now it's just stuck in my head.
Don't think about it. You have a question for me.
How would you handle that?
If a guy just same
in both
scenario?
in both of those scenarios where it's like, dude just walks up in a bar and says that versus dude you've known for X amount of years says that.
X amount of years. Jesus, I can't keep people in my life longer than 6 months. I run every time. Oof. If a guy just walks up to me in a bar and says, "Hey, like, are you down to fuck?" Absolutely not.
Not just down to fuck. Down, like, wants to do the friends with benefits. The exact same scenario.
Well, the exact same scenario is somebody comes up and is like, "Look, the whole reason I'm talking to you is, I think you're attractive. Do you want to have dinner?" Mm-hmm. If they are attractive and I'm also feeling them, absolutely, yes. Okay. I want to have dinner with you. Sure. I like that straightforward behavior. Mm-hmm. I think it's great. Mm-hmm. I don't want to fuck around either. You told me I was beautiful. It's really nice. And then you go to dinner and like, look, I'm totally vibing you. This is the whole reason I want to do this. And I'm just really looking for a friends with benefits type thing. I'd be like, okay, in what capacity? Like what do you mean by friends with benefits? Do you mean we cuddle on the couch and we watch a movie and then like we have sex? Do you mean like that we go out on dates? Do you mean that we do a lot of relationship things but we're not in a relationship?
Right. I think that is very weird. Well, not weird, but like I think that's easier to get tricky than having this kind of conversation.
I would have to have that conversation. It would have to be very clear as far as what is that,
right?
Because I'm a big cuddler, so cuddles are always going to lead to something with me, which sounds so horrible.
Cuddles.
I love cuddles. So like watching a movie or talking, because that's a great connection. It's great for sex later on. I love that. But I wouldn't want to meet your mom, and I don't want to hang out with your friends and do this side stuff or whatever. And it would have to start like that. It would have to, friends with benefits, I'd have to get to know you for a few weeks, basically. I'd have to get to know you for at least a few weeks to see if there's anything there that would make me really just hate myself as a person for sleeping with you later on. Like I find out that you're a secret racist or something and you're not so secret about it or whatever. Like, or you tell me that you hate all other white girls and I'm the only white girl that you'll want to have sex with. And I could just be like, wow, dude, he says that. Really fucked up. So I would have to give some time. Because I'm at this point in my life, I just don't want to look back and go, oh, I fucked a fuckboy. So Unless I'm stepping on him.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's different.
That is very different. If somebody's down for that, I feel like
if somebody is down for me to just let out aggression on them, like in certain ways, yeah, let's do that tomorrow. I stay fully clothed. You
Yeah.
do not. That's 100%. I would do that in a second. If somebody was like, "Hey, will you just step on me and stuff?" I'd be like, yeah, God, yes.
That's
I'm at the gym looking around for who I can step on. I'm just like, oh,
that is a dynamic that I will
you're big and
never
strong. No, I'll
ever
step on you.
shame anybody for, but not that ain't for me.
No,
That's a no for me, dog. I'm sorry, that's not. It's not gonna work.
No.
But
I want to step on him. Okay, sorry.
so it sounds like you, no matter what the person's asks, you want option number 2. You want option number 2 of friends first, friends with benefits second, not friends with benefits first and then friends second.
It's harder to do it like that.
Sure. That's why I was saying it was very risky to do it that way.
It is.
It is extremely risky.
Way.
But
it also depends on what mood I'm in. It also depends on how much I'm feeling that person. Actually, I don't know. Right now it's hard to feel anybody. Right now it's hard to get to a place where friends with benefits even happens.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, because you know.
I don't think that is it's not common for a reason.
Fair.
It's not an easy thing to do. So like it's not.
That's why everybody's getting relationshiped off, or they're just having one night stands, because that middle ground is so difficult to find.
Yeah.
And nobody wants a relationship. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry for everybody who has one.
I was telling you.
I mean, not sorry. I don't mean to anybody.
They're fine. They're Twitch chat.
Yeah,
they're
they'll
tough.
be all right.
Our my subs are tough.
No,
That's what we're calling subs now.
I'm 57.
57. Oh man, I loathe getting that old.
No, I feel like it's gonna.
It.
I've always known that I'm gonna be a cougar. There's something inside of me that knew it. I am going to exploit younger men. Like I'm gonna hit.
Oh, when you whisper, it cuts you out.
Oh, sorry.
That's on me. I can fix it.
You don't need
you can keep talking.
to know what I'm whispering anyway. Thank you for that though. Yeah, no, I've always known I'm going to be a cougar. It's just something in my blood. Even when I was with partners, I knew I was going to be a cougar, and I would tell them that. I was like, I'm just planning for when I'm a cougar later. And they're like, oh, that's interesting. Aren't you going to be with me? And I was like, well, not if I'm a cougar. So
I think I might have made it worse.
What'd you do? Did you make me too loud or too low?
I might have too low. Hold on. I'm fixing it. I'm working on it, guys. Give me a second.
Too low.
All right. Hopefully that's better.
Is that better?
I hope so.
I didn't really whisper that.
It's fine.
Is that better? It's a weird thing to whisper into the microphone.
I've been waiting for just some good clips. Corey already gave me one when we were playing Valorant. That definitely is it's gonna be great. I can't wait to like put that into the stream.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh,
too.
It's good.
That's gonna be nice.
I'm sure there's gonna be a couple from this that'll make it in there.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely that first beginning when we were checking the mics. It's definitely a good one. It's not as hard as I can hit.
Oh man.
Just so you know. What's the male equivalent of a cougar then? A person in jail, right?
I mean, yes.
You guys allowed?
Is that like the silver fox kind of thing? Is that kind of go thing? Maybe?
I thought the silver fox was just like a guy that was older that was attractive. Oh, maybe that's what a cougar is, but I thought that was a MILF. I don't know the terminology.
I feel like you got a blanket thing where you have MILFs, but in the MILFs, there's a subcategory of cougars.
Yeah, cougars are childless. Cougars aren't notorious for having children.
I thought
the MILFs are notorious. Well, MILFs are ones you want to fuck.
Well, oh, you know what? Yeah, you might be right. Because otherwise you just call them a MILF, right?
Well, cougars are notorious for fucking, and then MILFs are ones that you want to fuck. Because mother, I'd like to fuck. So you want to, but the cougar you can. So you settle for the cougar. So people will be settling for me. It's all I want when I get older is to be settled with.
Just to be settled for.
No, but you go after them youngins.
Yeah. I was like, good. I can't agree with you because I'll go to jail.
Don't agree with me. It's weird though how my mindset is moving towards this weird frame that's Like maybe 2 years ago, I was like, 18, 19 is off limits. I'm not touching those kids. They don't know what they're doing. That's whatever. And now I'm like, or I could scar them.
I mean, I did.
Or I could introduce you, like you said earlier.
They have so many years ahead of them. They'll
recover so fast from the damage that I will inflict that they won't. They'll be fine. You know what? By the time they're in their 30s, they can get married and have children.
I'm still in that mindset. I can't relate to 20-year. Like, I think my thing now is like, I think, what was the number I said? I think it was like 24, 25.
My cutoff's 25, like, but I haven't really been listening to it lately.
It's just like, from anywhere lower, it's really hard for me to be like, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, we're not even in the same headspace. Like, it's just it seems that way anyway. So
no, you're not. I remember who I was when I was like 19, 20 years old, and I was not in a good headspace. It wasn't worth anything. How old are you, Joe?
29.
I like that they didn't ask me. That's fine. I'm just kidding.
Remember, that's like sacred stuff. You can't ask a woman.
Oh my God, you can ask. I literally said how much I weighed. I was literally like, I'm 5'8", 170 pounds. Yeah. Like, what do you want from me? Like,
I do find that really odd.
Yeah, like, you should be able to ask that question. That's silly.
I feel like, not silly, but I feel like I almost like internally and sometimes externally roll my eyes whenever someone's like if I ask a girl her age and she's like, oh well, you can't. And I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. And I just like, that's what I wanted to, like, you know, if you're that's where you're thinking, I'm good. I'm just gonna walk away over here. I'm gonna go about my way.
31, almost cougar age. What is cougar age? 40.
Chat, help us out.
Yeah,
Google what is cougar age?
What is cougar age?
Oh man, this is bad.
Don't.
I got it.
Use it. Yeah, you gotta stretch that. Oh, leave it there for a second and just let it.
Okay.
Let it relax, just like that.
I've lost an arm, guys.
It's okay.
It'll be back.
31.
That's great. This is why I love Twitch chat. It's so good.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Oh yeah, I can't relate to them. I look hot for any age. Cougar is like 46 or it is 46. It's like a maybe range.
Yeah.
I think it's in 40s just in general. Is like I like the word like when using a specific number.
There's no range.
That is not like a normal like a tens of a number, like 46. 20, 30. It's like 46.37 pi. What? No. Man. Yeah, but it's starting to close more the hornier I get, because it's just like 23, 22, 21. 19 has a rock solid body, but you can't take them to anywhere.
Yeah,
you gotta keep them under locks. You can't.
I mean, which is what you're looking to do. So,
very true. That's true.
I'm not saying that maybe the police should investigate whether or not you have a dungeon built under your home.
Oh God, I wish I did.
Just, maybe.
I've always wanted a dungeon. I have. If I met a man and he had a dungeon,
oh my God,
and you find out like 3 or 4 dates in, you know, and he's just trying to be subtle about it. Yeah. It's nothing exciting, but and you're just like, all right, man. Are those literal like guard gate doors? That'd be nice too, just like a drawbridge.
No.
Oh my God,
the wooden door with the metal padlock thing.
Oh, the big one that you have to. Oh yeah.
You like some stairs, and it leads down to one of those doors.
Definitely stairs. Torches on the side. Gotta have it, and then it leads to another door that you have to open, and it's all like cool, and you can hear your own steps, like as you're walking down. And then you're just like, they open it up. And everything's all organized, but it's also kept under lock and key, and then one person gets the key.
I love how this is like terrifying for some people.
How is this terrifying? This is amazing.
Because I think the idea
there are safe words,
but I don't know if every person that has a dungeon has safe words. But I think the implication is that if someone has a dungeon, There's no safe
Well, if
words.
someone has a dungeon, I'm getting the key. So
Yeah.
I'm safe. I think we know that for sure. But I'd be very excited.
Mm.
I would. How can I not? I mean, I'm going to hit you with that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put you over there. Oh, this is great lighting. I love
This
it.
is great
beautiful.
lighting.
We can do a lot of things in here. Oh, no, this is mainly for you.
Oh,
Yes, I know. To have fun and explore. I'm aware. Yes,
Yeah.
sit down. This is going to be good for you. No, okay, no, you need to be quiet.
Yeah.
Where are your gags?
Yeah.
Because this is getting annoying.
He's just off walking already, looking at all the walls.
Yeah, quiet. Quiet you.
Guy's like, no. This is not what I want.
Yeah.
This is not what I expect.
This was a mistake.
Oh, man.
Whatever. But it's the gap gets lowered. No lower than 18, obviously. I'm not a pedophile.
Mm.
But I don't like how long I paused.
That's a good clip right there. I think that's a good clip. That might be a good one. That might be a clip that will be saved for eternity. That one right there. That might be one.
I don't know why I paused so long.
But you did though. And that's the thing that's concerning me right now.
That? I'm concerned for myself. What's happened?
Oh my god.
I'm 1 year away. I'm 1 year away. What happens after 45 though? What do you become then?
A gilf.
I'm not a grandma in 40. I don't know why I got
I'm not.
Right? I mean, my mom didn't have me till she was 39. So she wasn't gonna have a kid I was gonna have a kid at 7. So she wasn't a grandma yet.
Yeah.
She was still in cougar age. Cougars to 50.
I think that's fair.
Right?
50 is accurate. 50
and
is
then
enough.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens after that.
Oh god, I don't either. By that point, I hope I have a steady fox lined up. Something, because I can't imagine being that old and being at this level of like
So this needs to happen.
needing it.
Yeah.
And you just can't get it. There's no way at 50 I'm getting.
Oh,
I'm
you're
getting
insane.
boys.
Oh, like you're talking like
There's
25
no way,
younger.
But yeah, there's no way
Yeah.
at 50 that I'm getting a
It depends-
30-year-old
it depends-
man.
It depends on how.
What?
Yeah. It depends on how in shape you are. And
Oh, I'll be in shape.
It depends on like visuals.
Oh, I'll be hot.
As shallow as anybody wants to say or call that, it just is.
I'll definitely be hot. I definitely won't be one of those like tubby grandmas with loose skin and freckles everywhere. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm sure they bake great cookies. I definitely don't. But yeah, I'm not a baker. I don't know why that's important. I don't know. Don't listen to my mindset, families. I don't know. That's not really important. We were talking about important, hard-hitting things.
I don't remember what the last thing we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about the friends with benefits thing, and then
yes,
that got somewhere, and then we went into I don't know where
grandma territory.
But I don't know where we stopped talking about the friends with benefits thing. I'm thinking real hard. I don't remember. I think you were just saying what your reaction to the proposal would be, and I don't know. Chat. What do you?
Oh yeah. What would you guys?
I'm like if the funny thing is with chat, I kind of already know people just love memeing, so I kind of know what the response is going to be.
I was 23. That's because Joe does great fucking lighting. Why do you think I can actually have a career in porn again? Because I actually look like I'm 23. Like he could do that. Just be like, you look young now. Be like, oh yeah.
Can you DM me when you make a porno chat? I don't. Oh. It would be super cool to do. I think.
Right.
I only say that because somebody did offer that opportunity to me at one point when I was younger, and I declined it because I was stupid, and I kind of regret that. So I kind of want to try it. I think when it comes to film, like any type of different form or different style, like I love how every time somebody's like, if you make a Pornhub channel, do it, but like they're not thinking of it in films of in the minds of me like directing it. They're just like, obviously he's gonna be in it, like obviously, like I'm just like, I never fucking said that.
No,
that's for the OnlyFans.
Can't say anything that I was gonna say, but I want to say it. Should I say it?
I don't know now because You're too much of a wild card. I don't know what you're gonna say. So like,
it's like Charlie from Always Always
Sunny, yeah.
Sunny, and he's just like, yeah, It says he was a wild card. I was trying to think of what he had said, but yeah, I kind of am. Ooh, yeah, no, maybe, but just like because I look great when I'm doing that kind of stuff, and I think that's awesome. I don't know. You have great lighting.
I want to get.
You make me look fantastic. And I've done stuff in the past and they've recorded it. And I'm like, wow, I look really, really good when I look back on those pictures and videos and stuff like that. And I think there's something empowering to seeing yourself like dressed up and have all this makeup on and just to have that literal, when I get to see what my eyes look like when I'm doing something like that, I'm like, okay, yeah. I get it now. I totally get it. Because you hear them being like, oh, yeah, that's so good. Yeah. Your eyes look so awesome. Like, you hear all that stuff, and then you're just like, oh, thanks, yeah, it's so sweet. Like, you're really
it's like, no,
nice.
actually, they do.
Then
like,
you see the recording, and you're like, oh, dear God, I'm amazing. I must see more of this. And it got to a point where that's all I was asking for. Yeah, great. Can we do this? But can you record me? Can we get some? Look, I'm gonna do my makeup real quick. I'm gonna put, you know what? Maybe just like a pigtail, maybe like low pigtails. How do you think that? I bought some sheen for my hair. It's gonna make it really, really shiny. That's gonna look good, right? Right. I bought this new makeup. It's gonna look awesome. Can we shoot tonight? Is that fine with you?
I think that would be the hard part. If I ever did something like that, finding somebody who would be down to do like the makeup work kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know
I can help people with makeup.
I know
stuff.
some makeup artists like that have done work in that, but not in porn. They've done it in like other stuff. So
the makeup I buy is always waterproof. All of it.
All of it.
Everything. The eyeshadow. The
mascara. You're in the gym like.
And I sweat like a fiend, and none of it moves. None of it moves at all. What is someone saying?
How do you guys know what to talk about? I never do. I never know what I'm talking about. Well, that's not true. Sometimes, like, so this is what, episode 29 of the podcast. So like the way I theme, that's a very loose term. The way I theme the podcast are, sometimes I'll theme it with something that's like a more important conversation. Like we talked about like Black Lives Matter and all that stuff at one, like the last couple of ones. And those are more thematic. And those I try to like keep
very on point.
Yeah, on point. Yeah. But 90% of them, like I just get interesting people here and I have conversations with them because I think that's fun and it's cool and I enjoy doing it and hopefully you guys enjoy like watching it and whatnot. So conversations fly all over the place. Like for instance, this one, like we started off talking about one thing and now I guess it's still kind of in the same. I guess it's just the same. What's the word I'm looking for? Birdhouse? That's not it.
You can use it if you want.
I don't know.
Where did you find me?
Where did
Oh, because he has to find me? I didn't find him? Oh, because it's your podcast.
It is my podcast.
I don't know. I get so defensive. Oh my God.
What? So angry.
God. I said that so loud. I'm so sorry, baby. Are you okay?
Just blowing people's eardrums. It's fine.
I'm blowing people.
I'm blowing people. Just said that's a matter of fact. Yeah, you know.
I've been known for it.
Been known for it. A good blow.
Those things. Where'd you find me, Joe?
Actually, now I don't know if I should say.
We don't have to say the place. You can just say like
we work together.
Yeah.
We work in the same company
through mutual friends, technically.
Yeah.
Through people saying like, "Hey, you should hang out with
you
Joe."
Should, yeah.
I felt very like it was just weird. It was like you should hang out. Also,
nice.
Clipped.
So what happens on Twitch when it you know?
Yeah. So he saved that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which part? Which one?
I don't know.
Which one?
Probably you saying you've been known to blow people.
Yeah, like
I'm assuming.
That one.
Yeah,
Can you send that to me?
He'd probably.
Yeah. Okay. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fudge. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I had my hair blonde before this, and we don't. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's better as it's black and blue. It just goes. It's better. I think it's a better term. I think people get more of it.
That sounds like my kind of sex.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? It just flows.
I forgot what you were about to say. We were talking about where we work. You talk about mutual friends.
Yeah, mutual friends. And it is weird to hear people just be like, "Oh, you should hang out with this person." And I look, it's hard for me. It's not that I don't respect other people's opinions. It's just that for the most part, I just don't know if people understand me enough to understand what I really like, because I am all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Plus, I would see you and we never really interacted.
Right. Yeah.
You seem very stoic.
Yeah.
You basically thought you were married. I'm just kidding. Okay.
I hate it. I get that too often. I hate it so
hold
much.
On. Guys, does Joe seem like he's like, if you saw him and you saw him out and he was just doing whatever he was doing, you look more like a mugshot right there. You looked more like you wanted to kill everybody if they gave you the wrong answer.
That was the look. That was
no, but does he or does he not? I didn't say he did, but what I'm saying is when I saw you, you were very like, I was like, okay, he's just a man. He's just a guy. And these people want me to like talk to him and they think I'm going to get along with him really well. But he seems he's just Joe.
Just Joe. Yeah.
So I was like, what? You know what? I'm very open-minded. I can still be your wife. It's fine. Funny. I don't mind.
Share Corey.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Is it racist to say reverse Oreo?
No, those things were delicious. I love them. They were so good.
They are.
Yeah.
So are reverse Oreos.
Oh my god! Stop.
Why is this a thing? I get
why. Because it's live on the internet. That's why it's a thing.
I get why it's a thing. We have a very good back and forth. Yeah. We have good chemistry. I understand it. We're both sexy people. I understand. I get it. But no, so I was like, I don't know. Yeah. And then I love that we did the first podcast ever. We had not said
more than
2 words to each other.
On purpose. Yeah. I definitely did that on purpose. And I was kind of hoping that you wouldn't get like weirded out by that, and you didn't, which I was like was a good sign. I was like, hell yeah, okay, this is gonna be great.
We also forgot to mention this entire thing, I had just gone through a breakup.
Oh yeah.
So it was one of those moments where you're like, hey, you want to be alone in my house with me?
Yeah, I was like, this is probably a bad look, right? Yeah, this is probably bad. I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see what happens. This is like
and then you thought I was a feminist.
I did.
Like immediately from my attitude, which I can get that, but it
was in part from your attitude and in part from what other people had told me, which a prime example of don't use that.
Don't listen to
don't listen to that. Listen to like find out from
horse's mouth for a reason.
Yeah.
But why did you think that I was?
I think it was more in part from the things that people had told me.
I'm curious as to what people said that made me seem like a feminist. Was I like, oh, let's just round all men up together and slaughter them? Like I might have said that at one point, but no, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I'm just curious as to what it could have been or what was said. Because I'm always curious. I know that the thing that I get the most is I seem very intimidating. I seem very off-putting. Yeah. I seem very like resting bitch face. For sure, I have all those things. And I do walk with confidence. So I guess that's verb number 4.
Also that. Is that 4 or 5?
It's 4.
It's 4. Okay.
It's 4. Corey? I can make consult.
I need to mod
Judge!
Corey. Can I mod him right
Put
here?
Your hand down.
I'm mod him. Can I mod him? I want to mod him.
You're not a feminist? I'm not a feminist. I hate that word. Most women who are feminists are man bashers, and they want to be on top. They want to have more than well, I want to be on top too. But they want to have more than equal pay. They want to have more than like equal pay for the job that they're doing. They want to have more than men. And I don't agree with that stance at all. And I also feel like men and women are too different in certain aspects for you to ever put them on the same page. Like, no, I don't think if you're a chick that you should immediately be able to fight in a cage with a man. Men have more testosterone. It's scientific. There's nothing behind. They hold muscle mass easier. They obtain it easier. They have quicker reflexes. men were hunters. They were meant to have strong bodies. That's what they were meant to do. It takes a lot for a woman to get to a physical peak level as some men out there. That will never change. There should be separations between the sexes when it comes to certain things. You can't just go into a cage and start boxing a dude. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
When you're talking about same skill level stuff, right? Like, if I was allowed to fight dirty and punch you in the balls, that'd be great.
Yeah. Balance.
That's balance.
Yeah.
But it's just not gonna happen. So no, I'm not a feminist. I'm just somebody who wants equality for like anyone and everything. I want to judge you on who you are as a person.
Right.
And if you're an asshole, then you are an asshole. It has nothing to do with whether you're a man, whether you have different color skin than mine, whether you have a different religion than mine, whether you have a different outlook on life. You're just a dick. Like, that's plain and simple. So no, not a feminist, Corey.
I was very well. I wasn't say very surprised. I was surprised when I learned all that. You're a mod now. You can do whatever you want in there.
Nice.
You can get in there and
shut up.
Sound like a That's so good. Hello, I just want to talk about this country has become. What's up, Jimmy? Is his name Jimmy Neutron TV?
It is.
That's great. You want to talk about what this country has become in terms of like men and women, because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Or what do you mean? Elaborate. Give me some deets.
Please.
You can't give
me.
Don't give me like single sentences, man. I want to give them deets.
I don't really know much about what's going on in New York because I'm literally halfway across town.
There's something about like I
think he's asking him why.
No, I think I'm just confused as to how that dude knew who Corey was. Now I feel like I should know who that is. That's bothering me. I don't know.
We'll let that accumulate.
Yeah. I don't remember what
you thought that I was a feminist. I wanted to know why you thought I was a feminist.
So we worked in a place where there were a lot of people and now I think I know how I came, or how those people, how I allowed those people to let me come to that conclusion. We work in a place where it used to be a lot of people moving around a bigger warehouse. And I think what happened was those people got snapshots of you.
Tends to be the thing that happens.
Yeah, without any context. And then without that context, I can see how they would have made that assertion. And then the problem is I knew those people, I didn't know you. And so when they told me that, I was just like, okay. And then that was just the idea I had in my head.
I'm curious what was said.
It's
because getting to that
place
so
I think yeah, go ahead.
You know what I mean? It's such a hard place to, without saying this chick is a feminist, there would have had to have been a lot of accumulative details that happened to make it seem like that. That's what I'm curious about what they were.
I think it had to do with the fact that you were a very assertive woman,
that I am.
and those people maybe saw that as, because most, or I wouldn't say most, the televised or promoted image of a feminist is a very aggressive woman. It's someone who's like in your face, saying you're bad and saying you're wrong and doing all these things. And sometimes people conflate those two things together. So like whenever you would say women empowering things, I think they took that as, oh, she's a feminist.
All right.
So, yeah.
Sounds good. I wonder what I say is women empowering things. Possibly I want to step on men. No, I don't know if I definitely didn't say it at that time.
I could see how somebody would hear that and be like, oh,
feminist,
yeah.
No,
but
it's equal. They want that too.
Yeah.
Whoever I do it to wants it. So I'm not doing it just to do it.
Yeah.
Step on people.
There's some amount of consent.
Sure.
Yeah. She has a dungeon, is what I'm saying. Someone please.
I wish I had a dungeon. I'm curious as to what is happening here.
Okay. I think this has gotten into more of like race stuff. which we can talk about if you want. That's one of the weird things, though. I think I'm gonna notice about having the podcast be live is I don't get to see how long we've been going.
Oh.
So I can kind of guess, but I mean, when I have you on, I assume that we're gonna be talking for a while because that just tends to happen.
We say that it's not going to happen, but I normally block out my schedule, so it's fine.
Okay. See. Let's talk about blah, 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 blah. And over the past few days, get this thing out of the way.
Talking about COVID.
Oh wait. Okay, so you just won't go away. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me. All right. Okay. So this is Jimmy Neutron TV. Over the past few days, New York City has become terrifying to live in. Before I used to hate the cops and whatnot about stop and frisk and things like that. I used to hate getting pulled over. But the past few days, the cops have just stopped caring. It's what people wanted, but now crime has gone up over here. Almost everybody in different neighborhoods have guns, and people getting killed is just going up. Fireworks every day, and people can no longer tell what is gunshot or fireworks. Another person in chat suggested move out of the state.
It's not always that easy.
It's not that easy.
With COVID.
But where would I go? I live in East Harlem. What is a colonist state? Oh, go to the colonist state. Okay, where do I go as a black person? Where do I go?
Here's the other question. When you say that they've stopped caring, so like police are just no longer patrolling, is what I'm hearing, or that they've stopped caring and now they've like been increasingly more negligent, violent.
I think he's saying
more negligence.
Yeah, like because the concept is like
police brutality is too much, so then back off completely, so then crime just continues to be rampant.
Yeah. That was one of the things that I feared when the whole like ACAB, all cops are bad, whole rhetoric was going on. That was one of the things I was like, you guys are going to push these people away who some of them are genuinely good people that are there trying to keep peace and save lives. But
they're not all bad, and I know people hate hearing me say that, but that's 100% the truth, because you're all humans in this entire thing. Do I believe that police officers should have a hell of a lot more training? You're goddamn right I do. I think that they should have a 4-year fucking degree? Yeah. Absolutely they should. Do I think that they should be monitored? Do I think that their shifts should be lessened so that they're not working 40 hours straight and being exhausted? Do I think that if there's any hints of aggression or racism from that police officer, that they should be suspended and put on investigation? Absolutely. The biggest problem that you have with police right now is there's nobody really policing them. You have them, but they're already through the police. Right. So there's so much corruption that happens inside of that.
So the problem is finding something or finding an organization or group of people to police the police is not, in my opinion, the answer.
Right.
I think the answer is what you were saying earlier about like they should have much longer training.
Absolutely.
And I understand some people are like that does two things. It actually trains them for like more like a wider variety of different situations, which is what you want. That's the good thing. And it will also weed out the lazy fucks that won't like that are gonna do the shitty stuff. Like you will get rid of those people.
You have to put in work because you actually truly believe that, and go back to a serve and protect instead of an enforce and have brutality and get away with those types of things.
This is continued.
Yes.
I love spit roast. It's just funny. It's like they talk about sex, should keep talking about sex. If I just go to another hood area, then I'm gonna have the same issues I do here. But if I go to a white area, people I'm just gonna be afraid of what I was taught to be afraid of other races. I'm just like what I do believe. Oh, my phone's going nuts. Okay, I see. Let me see. I'm just like what I do. I believe in now. I hate my phone. Stop it. Stop it. All right. It was all about stopping racism in this country, but as cops stop doing what they are supposed to do, just afraid of being shot. Um,
I mean, I think Jimmy's right in the I just want cops to kind of do what they were doing before because it felt safer. Um, that's the whole thing, right? You have that balance between they do we know that there is a need for some type of thing to keep safety, to keep peace, um,
yeah,
for sure. And I think that what you were saying is yes, but weed out the people.
weed out the trash
I
people.
I
Like,
think an insane amount during those 4 years of going for your degree, you should constantly be checked up with your mental state.
mm-hmm.
You should be constantly checked up with how are you handling this undergrad degree? How are you handling this graduate degree? How are you handling the stress of things? Because those will also cause later ripple effects to your life as a police officer. I think that it's all about that. But what do we do now in this moment? It's
This,
going to take so long to repair because people want an easy answer, right?
yeah,
I think the country as a whole, I think the government as a whole always wants to do what the easiest thing is to do. And if the government had to put those things in order, that's not easy. So they're not going to make it like
yeah,
that. They're going to want an easy fix. So we either patrol and we enforce really really hard, or guess what? We pull back. You don't want the police? Fine. And then that causes more casualties along the way, which is exactly what he's talking
yeah,
about, is being afraid of going outside because even though he was stopped and frisked constantly,
mm-hmm.
he knew that he could just walk away now and that he fine, whatever, dude, you want to be the way that you're going to be and you want to do that, fine. But now I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
And that's a bigger problem within itself.
I think you can go back to the way things were, but the only way we can, I say way things were, not like in,
yeah,
but
there
like,
can't be.
but like not exactly the way things were. I'm saying we can go back to the way where you have the police as an organization, but the organization is just better managed. And by better managed, I mean like the trading, the schooling. Like, I don't think you should just be able to be some dude off the street, go through the academy, pass the academy, and then be a team.
Absolutely not.
Somebody else, another big
Absolutely
streamer,
not.
I think Asmongold, yeah, he's like a big World of Warcraft streamer. He had a really cool idea that I'm surprised doesn't happen. When you graduate academy, usually around that time, you know where you're going to be. What's the word? Deployed. That's not. That's more military. You know where your area you're going to be working as an officer. You find a job after you're out of the academy, working for whether it's a state, a sheriff department, whatever. You know your jurisdiction. That's what I'm saying. You know where you're going to be. The fact that those graduation ceremonies don't let those people be introduced to the communities that they're going to be doing. That was a suggestion he had. I was like, that is genius, and that should happen. I don't understand why it hasn't happened. It's like it's
very faceless.
Yeah,
You don't know your community.
You don't. Yeah, like it should happen.
You should know your community. You should know people's names. You should know shop owners. You shouldn't be coming into places and it being like, oh great, the cops are here. What are they going to bust me on? It should be like, oh okay, the cops are here. I feel safe. So
Oh, they've been doing the fireworks thing. Yeah, it's probably more of like a fireworks thing so that the real gunshots are hidden by that, which is really bad.
oh, for what?
Just for
Just gunshots. Oh, because
for
they had the
crime.
fireworks.
Yeah, so like they're gonna get
so like
fireworks.
when hurricanes come and people like to fuck around
Exactly.
with people
Yep.
because they know nobody's out
Yeah,
doing
it's the
stuff.
same shit, which is messed up, but that's what the police are for. That's why that institution exists, is to
That's why I say they're not all bad. There's
Yeah.
some out there that really, really try, and I can't imagine what it must be like to be a cop and really try. Like,
Oh.
could you imagine that end and just completely hated for what
I
other bad cops have been doing, and be on that end and be like, look, dude, now I'm really trying to help, and be completely shut. That's why the whole situation of no gray area doesn't work for anybody. That's why I said before, I just want equality. I don't want anything else. Because if I section it off and stuff like that, I'm creating a bigger issue.
Yeah.
And like if I just hate the police or I just hate women, it doesn't work.
It's not going to work that way.
It can't work like that. It's impossible.
Yeah. I guess I don't want to stay on the topic too long, but the whole
we can talk about sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop back to sex. But the whole defund, whoever comes up with the slogans for these movements.
Honestly,
they're so bad.
They
they're
don't make
so
any
bad.
sense because what they're saying doesn't go with what they're trying to do at all.
Usually the movement is a good thing. It's usually like a really good thing, but like the slogan or the name of it, the hashtag, it's just like you guys picked the worst fucking way to do. Like,
honestly,
it's so bad. Like the defund the police thing, if it was like restructure the police or something like that nature, everyone would be behind that. But for some reason, somebody was like, let's defund. It's smaller word.
No, because that doesn't make sense.
It's dumb.
It just reminds me of a lot of I don't know if anyone's seen the new Watchmen, but it's like the cops in that like have to be okay to deploy like their gun. Like they have to go back into their vehicle and say like I feel like I'm at risk, and all of that is recorded in order to even take their gun out of the car. And I don't know per se if that's as far as we should go or what or anything like that, because there are moments where they could be in real danger and that happens and whatever. But a system where you have to check in before doing something, I know it doesn't sound very realistic, but there are ways to make these types of things more like take away more of their power or their feel for power, because any human being that has power, it can go to their head.
Yeah.
We are humans. I want to step on people. I've never wanted to step on people before in my life, but now I really, really want to do it. And I'm telling you, someone called me a goddess the other day, and I truly believe I am that. Like, it's going to my head, and I'm going to have a crash at one point where all this power accumulation takes over, and I fall on my face and realize that I'm a human and I'm not a goddess.
I've told you that a few times, but
wrong, Joe. Okay. No, I was kidding. But
fine. You'll find out.
But I feel like the same situation can happen with a police officer that's faced with these types of things every day and has to enforce it and enforces it too much, and then before you know it goes crazy on someone for a small crime because they're used to just all these big things. So yeah, it can go to your head. So there needs to be a middle ground where it's like you don't just get to go around pushing people all day. You have to be verified for those things. And I think that for me, that's where I meant that there should be somebody monitoring them, because there should be some allowed thing.
Or certain people's positions are so say you have a police squad and you have a captain, sergeant, whatever. You have all these
all the hierarchies.
It's
burp number 1
for Joe.
Burp number 5 for me. Not that it's a competition.
Alright. But you have all these rankings. I don't think it would be too much, or maybe it would be. I don't know. This is an idea I'm throwing out, to have certain positions be authorized to do certain things.
Absolutely.
And so, like, if somebody isn't a sergeant, they don't get to do the same things as somebody who's like a new recruit or something of that nature. So that seemed to make sense to me, but I don't know.
I knew he was going to say burp cowboy.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
Same.
I don't know if you have anything else to talk about. I know we're getting close to.
Gotta be 3 hours. Oh
no.
Yeah. Oh, more than that.
No.
Shut.
No, it's like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we started at like 8:20 something.
Okay.
Or 8:25 or 8:30.
3 hours.
Oh yeah, well, like two and a half is where we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could literally. Well, I won't say I literally do this. I'm not doing another 5-hour podcast. We're not doing that. I'm not cutting this into 2 podcasts. I just thought
you were gonna say I could go all night, and I was like, all right.
It's like, okay, fine. I don't have shit.
That's fine. I just curious.
That is full circle for the podcast. If I were to have said that, but I did not.
say full circle or to say all night? Oh, you did. You
Dawn.
didn't say it. I
Yeah,
implied it.
You implied it.
You should have said it.
Mm.
Would have been great. Because then I could say full circle, and then it's like an O.
Mm.
Then it's like oh.
Oh, face.
Yeah, total face.
Gotcha.
I wonder what. Nope, already seen it. Never mind. I like the way you're looking at me.
So like, the way I finished what you were saying was, I wonder what my O face was, and then your reply was, "Oh, I've already seen it," and then I was
your
like,
O face?
"Yeah,"
No,
and
no,
I was just like, "How?"
I meant mine.
Oh, okay.
Mine.
Okay.
I've already seen that. It's weird. It's not a.
Weird.
I mean, it's great for guys, but
Mm.
it looks weird. Looks like my whole face scrunches up to like.
I actually had this conversation with Corey and some of our friends.
Squeeze my eyeballs like they are just like that. If I don't keep them shut, my eyes will fall out of my brain. Like I'm trying to keep them in my brain.
Mm.
I don't know.
I had this conversation with Corey and some other friends.
Ooh.
I think I have perfected the ability to not have an O face.
Shut up. Why would you not want one? Isn't it a great release? Like it helps with the.
So
it helps with it.
It's a weird thing.
Why
where
don't you want it? Also, I have so many questions.
So like
so many questions.
I don't know how or why I would even want. I think it was because I've always been told like it's so silly or weird looking. Not mine in particular, but just like
not mine.
Not
God
mine.
no, I wouldn't need to try to perfect not having one because nobody's told me.
No one's ever told me that. But in my head I was like, oh, but what if I didn't do that? What if I could just not do that? And then over the years, it was just like, oh, I think I've just been able to do that.
That's so sad.
Now it's a voluntary thing. Like I could just let go and not try to police it, and it's still there.
So
I don't know.
Do you do that with people? You just like you hide it from them?
One person.
You were just like, I don't want you to see this power. I will hide it from you.
I don't know why I did though. I honestly don't know why.
That's like the best part of like you want to see. I like seeing that. That makes my day. I don't want to like miss that.
Yeah.
That's so. Why would you? I'm so upset that you're hiding it. I don't know why it's bothering me so much. Like,
I have the ability to hide it. I would say that.
Okay.
It's not something that I can't. I don't have one now. It's just more of like if I'm thinking about it, I can.
Except for like when you're out in public and you just don't want anybody to know that
I've only done that once. Yeah.
By yourself or with somebody?
No. Fuck, just jerking off behind. It was I remember going to. It was like late at night, and we had driven out to. I think we went to eat at some restaurant, and on the way back, we were like.
And you were like, I want to eat. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, and we found a vacant Walmart. We went to the back of the
vacant Walmart. That like never happens.
It was like we went to the back of the Walmart.
Oh my god!
Because like it was super late at night, no one was there, and the back of the Walmart was empty until, of course, a cop comes up and is just like, and we're like, oh hey, but he didn't like
he didn't care.
He was like, hey, don't do that. And then we're like, all right. And then we just got dressed and
that's
drove
a great
away.
Cop.
Yeah,
that's like a look. I know what you're doing.
Just don't.
Walmart.
Yeah, can you
maybe
go home? But that's the whole appeal is the fact that it's a Walmart.
Yeah, I've had sex in my car multiple times. I took a little Jewish boy's virginity in one.
Oh, I remember you told me.
Then he went on the story to yeah.
Poor fella.
And then one was my ex-boyfriend. He's dead now. He just never had sex in the back of a car, and I was like,
oh,
super easy. Like, here you go. Like, no problem. I don't know. Oh, one was just like a one night stand. He had one of those like cool Jeep things though, so the back laid down. That
okay.
was nice.
Yeah.
That was definitely the better car choices. Worse. So bad. He was not good. He was not good at all. He was not good.
He was not.
No. Oof. Ugh.
I wonder.
Bad sex times.
I don't think people are just what's the word?
Bad at sex.
Well, not. I don't think people are just permanently bad at sex.
You can't be.
Yeah. Unless you're
Yes,
just
you
the
could,
worst
but
like
that would be
person in terms of like
horrible.
following directions or like
I've
hearing
met
hints.
them.
I don't know. It's weird.
There's definitely people who don't know how to follow directions. Literally do this.
Literally do this.
Okay, but I'm gonna do something different.
Wait, but that's not.
Literally do this. Literally, please, God, do this. Please, for the love of God, for everything that is holy, please do this. You didn't do that. That's awesome. Thanks.
It's like,
thanks so
we
much.
can't work with this.
There's so much to not work with.
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you?
Of someone
Not listening to you, not doing stuff. Does that happen to guys too, where you like you tell a chick to do something and or like this is the way that I like it.
Oh,
and
so like in my head, I was thinking, I was like, I haven't really had any experiences like that, and then one just came. There was a girl that I dated for a while. She did not get the dynamics of like how to be on top, and that was
I've broken 2 dicks like that.
it was one of the times it was like a bad angle pain kind of thing for me.
Got it.
But my main issue was like, how do I explain this?
Just the way that she rode.
Yeah, like it was as if she was basically trying to lift her entire body up and then entire body down. I was like, no, just waist down. That's all you need to do. Like the hips. That's that. I remember
doing squats on your
yeah.
hips.
And I was just like,
okay,
what? Don't
all right.
just. This is all you got to move. You're moving way too much. You're literally exercising right now.
Porns have ruined that because there's a lot of chicks that do the squats, the up down
you know
squats.
what? That's right.
And so she's like, "This is what he wants.
No,
this is what my man wants. He wants an up down squat.
No, I don't.
Bad for your knees.
Yeah.
First of all, second of all, when you get on top, pop those feet like right on top of the thighs.
Yep.
Because then you're not gonna hurt your hips as much. It's so much better. For like if you're a chick, I'm just telling chicks, but that's what you
Pro
do.
tips.
Like get there and then like your feet, the top of your feet will find a very happy home on top of the thighs, and then you just have all the room to do whatever you want.
I just remember like at least 3 nights of
hands
like,
on the chest.
Hands on the chest.
Much easier. I'm telling you. It's so much easier, like built-in handrails.
I wish I had a way of visually showing you exactly what it was like, because it was so bad.
It's like popping. I need to.
Man, I remember.
So this is Starmy, and he's here.
I remember my hands constantly being here and like trying to hold her. Yeah, I was like, just stay, just do this.
And she's like, no, they go like this. Oh.
Average husband. You talk about whether or not Santa's real in charge of what is that? Chemtrails? That's for next week.
Hi, Dad. Shouldn't it be Daddy? What do you prefer? What is an average
I would definitely not want somebody to call me Dad.
I don't want anyone to call me Mommy. It's an issue that I have. I don't want it.
That made me sad. That hurt. That hurt to hear.
I don't know who. Do I know this person?
I don't know this person.
Do
Maybe
I know
do.
You?
Do we know you?
Does Joe know you? Do I know you? I need to know. Silent, and then we're gonna segue to chemtrail mix.
Our new product.
You know what? I like anything that's been mixed.
Oh man,
I really do. But I know that. Okay, no. So you were trying to constantly do that, but there's the up down. Sorry, you say something.
I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't.
Mine has always been the literal art of trying to explain to the man how I need to be teased, and I break it down in such a way that's like, here is a literal handbook. I printed
this out for you. It has your name on it.
Hours of research and development has gone into this to explain to you how I like to be teased. Total disregard.
It's like flip through. Got it. Doesn't do anything.
None of it. None of it. And even in the moment, I'm like, you need to slow down. But I'm going to go faster. I need you to slow down. Can you kiss my neck? That's my arm. None of what you're doing is even close to. And for me, honestly, that's why I like to talk about it first so that you can know. Because when I am in the mood, do I literally feel like giving you a play-by-play of what I have already discussed to you?
It ruins it.
I don't want to have to tell you how to fuck me if I already spent an hour trying to tell you how to fuck me. It doesn't make sense.
Night, buddy. Take care.
Oh, who's going to bed?
I don't know, somebody.
Oh, they just... Good night. Oh, okay. Spit. Go to bed. Whoa.
I love that he just got here and like, I don't need you to tell me how to fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it... Man, it's... I feel like some people are afraid of having that conversation because they think that takes away from the moment. This... it's not.
I don't think it ever was.
I never said it would be.
Yeah.
But what in my opinion takes away from the moment is when you're doing that in the act. Like,
absolutely.
That's worse. That's way worse. If you're not comfortable having the conversation beforehand, like, it's way worse in the act.
It's way worse. Cause then it just almost feels like I'm scolding you.
Stop.
It's unsexy to just be like, no. No.
What did I
Go
say?
to your room. I'm upset with you. We'll try again tomorrow. No, because you just wanted, and then you're just lost. Then you're like, well, this is just how this is gonna go. So I'll just give up right now. Oh, Santa loves this material. Are you kidding me?
That beard.
Mm-hmm. Original dad bod. He's been Miss Claus. Come on now.
So many
like
Miss Claus at Halloween.
Yeah, it's not his name though, right? Doesn't he have, what's his actual name? I wanted to say Rumpelstiltskin.
That's not his name. Saint Nicholas?
Yeah, so then how come it's Miss Claus? How come it's not?
I think she does have a name. It's just so like unpopular that no one knows.
She's a woman. Nobody's gonna learn her actual name.
No one
That's
wants to
ridiculous.
know. They just want to know how hot she is. That's all.
She's
That's all that they care about.
Could you imagine if they made her hot? Maybe more people would believe in Santa.
Yeah, 15-year-old kids, 15-year-old boys are just like, no, Santa's real, dude.
I believe in Santa. If anything, Mrs. Claus runs the ship.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she is a strong woman. She is strong-willed. Good for her. She's keeping fit with all those cookies around. Look at this person's like right on it. Like,
yeah.
So like, excuse me, actually, the formal name.
Oof. Do you ever think of and laugh about the idea of talking about sex on Twitch? I mean, what 96% here are super virgins?
We're guides, first of all, into the world of that. And I don't think 98% of the people on here are virgins.
I've been to
the people that I know that are nerds.
I was gonna say, I've been to enough conventions to know that they're not virgins. They may be weird and awkward, but they're not.
I'm not starting with the basics. You either go full in or it's nothing. Look, if you let me step on you, I'll teach you some things. Maybe.
That's the entry into the class.
Shower regularly. When did that get involved? Of course.
I just sleep.
Oh, God. Absolutely. Jesus. That makes sense. I mean, that's what's going to cause our divorce.
Poor Corey.
100%. No, Corey.
Sea virgin.
No, Corey and I had this thing where we decided the other day that we're going to get married so that we can be each other's ex-husbands and ex-wives.
I see.
Because we just need it. We also feel like by this time in our lives, we have to have an ex-husband or have to have an ex-wife.
Yeah.
So we're kind of already there with it.
That's
we're
fair.
not really
That
sure
makes sense.
what else is involved. We'd like to maybe explore the physical idea, but we're not sure. We're a little confused on that aspect too. We're like, do we wanna? We seem pretty comfortable. Maybe we'll be that couple that's just comfortable with each other. We don't need that. We don't need to add that into our life. He probably would be afraid to touch me.
Oh wow! I can't wait. I can't wait for Monday. I'm now looking forward to Monday. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna walk back there. I'm gonna just
just be like,
There's nothing more fun than seeing Corey in an awkward situation.
He definitely wasn't awkward. He was the one who brought it up. I think. I remember, weren't you?
That's why he got that mod badge. He's growing. He's
growing.
I love you, Corey. I'm fucking with you, buddy.
Like I said, growing.
He's growing.
He looks handsome without the mask.
He's always looked handsome.
Right? He does. He has that little face.
He's a very, very I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. I was gonna use like a superhero to like describe. He's very like Spider-Man, like
That's like the Flash.
He's like a taller Flash.
He's like a taller. Well, the Flash is pretty tall.
Yeah, I guess he's not short.
Flash is like 6 feet.
Is he?
Yeah.
How tall is everyone else? Because every time you see him in pictures, like Superman's like a giant, and then like Batman's like slightly underneath.
6'4", 6'5", and Batman's like 6'2", and then I think the Flash is like this, like 6 feet, 6'1", something like that.
Oh my god.
What's happened?
I shouldn't be listening. I should be paying more attention to saying.
Layah has exquisitely refined, chiseled cheek. Do I?
I remember that was a part of the intro of the second podcast.
Oh, that's what you said. Because my cheekbones looked bomb that day. They looked so good. Silence winch. Make me. Good luck. Right?
Oh my god. No. Nope.
That's not what he said, but that's what I saw. I thought it was great.
Big nope.
The woman in an elf version of Evanescence, and the man is a Twitch Anthony Mackie. Who's that?
I don't know who Anthony Mackie is.
Who is that? Can they post pictures in here?
I don't know if the bot will shut it down. You can try it. Hopefully it doesn't ban you.
Oh, because I want to know who that is.
I know David Mackie.
I love being compared to an elf.
Yeah.
I always had, even especially when I was younger, my ears were very pointy, like at the top, and my mom and dad would always call me an elf. But look, being an elf wasn't cool. Like in the early 90s.
You're like that weird girl with the ears.
You have elf ears. you must be so strange. Dungeons and what? You fool.
You fool.
No one lives in a dungeon. Dragons aren't real.
What school did you go to where everyone spoke like this? Holy shit.
Yeah, so dumb. What handbooks? I don't have a handbook for school. You don't have any other handbooks. It's just like, just, the thing where you roll the dice. No. Monopoly.
The thing is though, like the voice that you're doing right now, my voice kind of cracked. The voice that you're doing is like the voice of someone who would do all of that nerdy shit.
Oh, for sure. Like, for sure.
They don't want people to know. So
she's the little winch lady, right? Who's got like the glasses, and she's all hunched, and she's got her little cane, and she's tapping you with it, and she says, "You're so foolish." They don't do that. And their jaw just goes over time. No teeth.
No, of course not. Obviously.
Gum and Master.
Gum and Master.
I'm curious what people are saying.
Oh boy.
No, I don't know Anthony Mackie. Should I? First of all, I'm bad with names. I didn't remember the dead ex-boyfriend. I didn't remember his name for a long time.
I know who that is. I didn't know that was him. It's the Falcon from the Marvel movies.
Ooh, see, I'm a DC fan.
Oh man, this is weird. This is super weird.
So was this the friendship break?
No.
Is this what happened?
No. I only have DC Comics. I have a Batman poster. 2 Batman posters.
Oh yeah,
kitchen.
I know you have.
Like,
you don't think that I saw? I think one of them was like a Jim Lee drawing, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I have the Absolute Hush signed by Jim Lee, right?
Not
that
anymore.
I met him in
it.
person. No, I met him in person.
That's
like
dope.
way back when, before he was just an artist with DC, and this was like mid 2000s, late 2000s, something like that. And because looking at me, I'm sorry. Yeah, and I saw him and I met him, and we waited at Sci-Fi City for like a really long time.
Oh yeah, I remember they used to do those signings and stuff there.
Yeah, and he drew like a little Wonder Woman for me and signed it, and I was
That's
like,
really cool.
hell yeah! I also got Chuck Dixon's signature, who did some of the Batman stuff.
Okay.
He worked on even though Nightfall was a huge comic run, he worked on some of that, and then later on was working in DC quite a bit. And who else did I get to sign something? Oh, Michael Turner,
Oh,
who,
okay.
yeah, unfortunately he's no
Yeah.
longer, but I got him to sign one of my Supergirls from like way back when. So yeah,
That's really cool.
Whatever.
You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great on YouTube. You can have all these nerds. Just be like, it's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, I don't really watch the Marvel movies. I'm sorry.
Didn't you go to the? Oh no, that was Star Wars. Never mind.
Yeah, I went to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I have to. It's like my namesake. I
That's
don't.
fair.
I don't care how this sounds. I like Star Trek more than Star Wars. No, fight
I
me.
don't feel like that's at this point. I feel like anyone who genuinely is really upset about those kind of takes, I'm like, you need to figure out some other things that are worth getting upset about in your
If
life.
I had to choose between the two to like watch forever and not have like any insight from the other one at all, I'm fine with Star Trek being the thing. Like Jean-Luc Picard, like we can't all get behind him. Come on now.
No.
Was
Yeah.
sexiest of all of them by far. Let's be real. Yeah. Captain Janeway, come on now. My hair looks like that when I get out of the shower. And I like make it into like a poof ball. It's just in the back. So come on. Yeah. Way more entertaining.
I'm very out of the loop when it comes to Star Trek. But the few things I've seen, I've liked. I haven't watched the most recent new movie. I watched now that I think about it, I watched it but I was really young. Like when I watched it.
Which one?
Like the series, and it was on TV. I don't know exactly which one it was, but I remember when I was young, I would tune into it all the time.
6.
I'm pretty sure that's number 6.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not something I've thought in recently. Like maybe I should revisit that. But
I'm okay with not revisiting it. I'm alright.
you usually ruin stuff. Usually.
I want to see what people say. Okay, so the Falcon. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. They learn to be quiet. No, I wouldn't. The bad dude from 8 Mile. I didn't see 8 Mile.
Neither did I.
The Falcon or WE guy. What's that mean?
Falcon or whatever.
Oh, I don't know lingo.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the dude from the movies. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't feel hate. Yeah, no, I know they're both compliments for sure. I am. Yeah, that is. I like how I'm not saying anything.
Yes.
Just responding.
Good. Yes, these are all good things about me. Yes, good.
I ooze sex appeal.
The fact that you were thinking about this is odd to me.
I'm thinking of it like as a pus ball, like when pus oozes, and I'm like,
it's like,
do I want to ooze appeal, or do I want it to or do I want to, you know what I mean?
Like,
I feel like there's a better word than ooze. Ooze just feels real pussy. You don't even have my DMs. Or maybe they do. I don't really know who this person is.
That's the beauty of Twitch and online stuff.
Well, hopefully they spit first before they slide, or else it's going to be a bad ride. It's like 104 degrees outside. You want to slide down that thing? I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Okay.
You don't want to be sliding like
I think
that.
we should probably end it soon.
We should.
We're definitely getting to that 3-hour mark.
Gonna end it so we can have sex.
Yeah, that's apparently what the chat wants. That's
on the couch. Turn the lights that way.
I would love to turn the camera so that people can see the couch, because somebody was already talking about casting couch and all that stuff. And
that's definitely a casting couch. Because it's leather.
It's leather.
So it's
black.
Clean up.
And it's like on the back, like the wall is white.
Yeah.
So like
it's a perfect backdrop. It's perfect. I see it. Fabulous. And then you just like do the camera from like kind of like this angle where their legs are just dangling there, and they're like, and
what's your name?
Either have them crossed or they're sitting with both legs up on the couch. Their shirt is ridiculously low. There's no way their mom let them out of the house like that. And they're just like, I'm Amanda. I'm
19.
From Fort Lewis, Missouri, and I am 18. And this is your first time? Yeah. And what do you want? I just want
like just a bunch of guys like fuck me.
And then just a bunch of dudes just come out.
Well, here you
dicks
go.
out,
Your
like-
dream's coming true.
She's like, oh my god.
Oh, they're just like dangling.
Yeah.
I like the way they just present themselves too.
Just like-
They've got to feel like pieces of meat. They've got to just feel like,
Yeah.
like
Oh, I watched this video. It was so
great.
funny. They were talking. It was so funny because it was like the camera guy kept like panning from the main scene to the fluffer. So funny. And the dude would like not realize that he turned, and the girl would see, and she just start smiling at the camera, and then the guy would just be like,
I love the smile.
It's so
That's
funny.
great. I feel like that's
And then
what
he'd
I
go
would
back.
do in porn. Just smile,
Yeah.
man. Just like, yeah, I see what you're doing.
it's so funny.
Oh man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was fun. This is very different. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure how this would go. And
Wow,
I
did we get
like
a
it.
compliment from Corey?
I know, right? It's
Maybe that
fucking-
was mainly directed towards you. I'm almost positive.
maybe.
Yeah,
Mm.
he doesn't compliment me on anything.
Wow.
It's one of our reasons for divorce. We've been talking about how it's going to
And
end.
yeah.
We need it. It's got to be at least 90 days, and then we got to talk about.
When's she gonna be on the show again?
It's like good question.
Whenever I get my puppy.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been trying to get this for a while.
Cow
I don't know who
Ray.
Corey is.
Cow Ray.
I need content.
I
Oh,
don't
this
know.
is
When you get your puppy, for sure, I'll be.
Oh, yeah.
I'll hold that puppy between my puppies.
Thanks for watching. I've been very apprehensive about Jesus. This is
I don't-
awkward. I can feel the sexual tension.
This
through
is
the
like
monitor.
a constant.
Ah.
This is a constant.
Okay. All right.
This is a constant that we get.
True.
I like it.
This is interesting.
This is interesting.
This is
right?
this was the one thing that I was concerned about with streaming, but also at the same time, you guys are awesome, and I
Yeah,
love this
just-
about Twitch chat and just the wild shit. So,
Thanks.
I've also been very like figuring out like what am I going to stream? I didn't like because I'll play a game here or there. Like I'll probably be on tomorrow and like playing something. But for now on, all of these streams, all of them, they're gonna always be live. So if you miss it, it'll be up on the
Yes.
YouTube channel, Just Joe.
I
If
like
you haven't
that.
seen it, banned. But from now on, they'll always be live. So subscribe, hit the notification thing, do all that
That's
stuff.
gonna be
It'll be good.
very interesting.
This
for
was
other
really good.
guests.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure how this would go, and you guys are really awesome. So
Yeah, you guys
appreciate
are
it.
awesome. Mainly because all they did was comment on how beautiful I.
there, that's it. Ah man, I think I bought so many of these. I'm throwing them away. I'm
Wow,
not- I'm not-
because your muscles.
I'm not- I'm
oh
not-
my god.
oh my
Joe,
God.
Seriously,
I'm not
so
actually gonna
upset
fucking
with
throw them
you.
away. I'm just fucking
No,
saying.
you can't just throw them
I'm
away.
just fucking, I was lying to Twitch chat. You're supposed to believe me and go
Oh.
with the trophy.
He's gonna throw them away. I got really close to that.
Yeah.
I felt it brush my lip.
That's
It
the-
has COVID.
That's
now.
the COVID. There it is.
Oh, I have some
Yeah.
competition.
Okay, you're gonna have to fight.
I just want to share. I'm just such a
It's
lover.
like I'm just.
I'm so
I'm
hippie
down.
at this point. If one person wants to sleep with me, I'm fine. If two,
It's like,
do,
oh, this is
that's
fine.
fine.
This
I'll
is fine.
share. It's okay. Don't show.
Oh my
those
God.
are good. Your arms look great though.
Thank you.
They really
I
do.
guess.
Yeah. Take a compliment.
I'll take it.
Take it.
I don't know how to take it, but I'll take it.
You'll take it. You'll just take it in a
Mm,
good way, in a
okay.
good, satisfying yum yum. Just
Mm.
take it in your mouth,
Mhm.
swallow it whole.
Okay. This is why they say the things they say.
Feel it in your
This
belly.
right, what you're doing right now.
The belly of goodness feels good
Mm.
inside your belly. You
Yep.
feel whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, this is the part where I was gonna be like, "Hey, you want to shout out
Follow
your stuff?"
this person. I have an Instagram.
All
I
right,
don't know.
Here's what we're about to do.
Oh no.
Your Instagram's gonna get a couple follows here.
Okay, that's
This is
fine.
what we're gonna do.
I am trying to make a YouTube thing. I'm gonna have Joe come help me set it up so that I can get my YouTube going and not be a bum anymore. Because so many people have told me that I should be doing those things. So yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, do it.
All right, here it is. For all of you that have wanted it, here it is. This is her Instagram. Go follow her. She's
And
awesome.
From the
She's-
Instagram, I'll start my
Mhm.
YouTube channel.
You'll
in
get all the announcements
week
and
or
whatnot.
so, maybe a little longer than that. Whenever he comes over to my home and sets it up and tells me what I'm supposed to buy. I don't know. It's the only time I'm gonna let him do stuff.
What?
Like no,
Okay. All right. We're learning a lot tonight, guys.
like
This
when
is-
I'm gonna let go of my controlling nature and let you come
Okay,
in
I see.
and do stuff.
Okay.
And then I'll take a step back and be like, you can do that.
Okay.
I see how that sounds better.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for the podcast, and I'll see you sooner than that for some random shitty game I'll be
Hopefully
playing.
a puppy.
Hopefully a puppy before that. That'd be nice.
Puppies.
Hopefully puppies next week. We'll see.
I like it.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching.
guys.
I
And
wish I had a
ladies or
better-
whatever. I don't
I don't have a
know.
trend.